What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the Chair Guys podcast. I'm here alongside my co-host.
Horace Vaughn.
And ladies and gentlemen, we have a special guest as always for you. But a special guest. You know, some may call him, raptalkSK. Others call him the man that brought Kendrick out of retirement. I mean, what more is there to say? But yes, ladies and gentlemen, that is right. We have here none other than raptalkSK. What's going on, bro?
Oh, it's good. I'm glad that you guys got me on here. I appreciate that.
Yeah,
I
bro.
feel like this
Actually,
could be a
I
fun
want to throw.
discussion.
I want to throw it back. I just want to say, I was on a podcast. My first ever podcast was with SK's podcast, the Hip Hop
Hell yeah.
Vibe, and Dialo Pillow. We talked about "Call Me If You Get Lost." So that was a significant album drop. You know, it's Tyler. So
I listened to that podcast. I really enjoyed it, and that's probably what inspired us to do this, really, because
yeah,
Hey,
low
Anthony
key.
was like, yeah, like I enjoyed being on the podcast, and I always wanted to start a podcast. So
Yeah.
I
So
mean,
we
yeah,
gotta
no,
give
that
it.
was a good
that
episode
was
for
the
sure.
Yeah.
genesis. So
Yeah, exactly. And then SK he endorses Hustlefest. There's a famous photo of him. So yeah. But for those of you, SK bro, like for those who may not know, because if they live under a rock, like who are you, bro? Like what do you do?
I am an average college student with a love for music. I have a account on Twitter with like 100,000 followers. And yeah, I just like to talk about
Congrats by the
music.
way.
I
Yeah,
congrats.
appreciate you. Thank you, man.
yeah, no problem.
But
Ladies and gentlemen,
yeah,
we're not here to talk about SK all the time, We're not dick riders. We're not. Okay, I promise you. We're not. Okay? We're here to talk about we're about to dick ride another album, just not SK, right? We're here to talk about
Yeah,
Kendrick Lamar, ladies and gentlemen. It's been 5 years since we have seen Kendrick Lamar.
years.
Since we've heard anything from him as far as music goes. And we have it. Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, ladies and gentlemen. It is exciting. It is crazy.
ladies and gentlemen.
Vaughn, how about you open it up?
You want me to open it up, bro?
I think you should open it up. I feel
Thank
like
you.
you have something to say.
That means a lot to me. Okay, so
Yeah, no problem, bro. Go ahead.
Kendrick Lamar, obviously one of the GOATs, one of my favorites of all time. Like, dude, like I just love Kendrick Lamar.
Mhm.
I've been listening to Damn so much in the past like few months. That's become one of my
Yep.
favorite albums of all time. To Pimp a Butterfly is one of my favorites. Like Good Kid, Mad City, Section 80, Nostalgic, and I was just so hyped for this album, dude. I didn't know what to expect, and going into it, like first listen, I didn't really get it. I'm not gonna lie. Like I was like, I don't like the first couple of tracks, like first like three tracks, maybe first five actually. I was like I was into it, but I don't know. Like it started to get like, kind of weird for me. Like I wasn't really sure how to feel, and then I was just on Twitter, and that probably fucked up my experience a little bit, but. After the first listen, I listened right after. Like I stayed up till like 3 a.m. listening to this album,
Me
and
and you both, man.
it hit. It hit.
Mhm.
It just and the more I listen, it's just like gets more incredible. Um, I love the wide array of styles he uses on this album. Like I feel like it's probably his most diverse album as far as like musical style, and it's just like I love the themes of this album so much of just like he's just trying to be like a real person and work on himself, and it's like a therapy session. Actually, I didn't even like really get the whole therapy concept until today. Like it really clicked with me that
What
it's
what's this therapy? What's this
the
therapy
album is pretty much like a therapy session. Like not in like a direct like storyline sort of way, but like
Mhm.
I noticed that on Count Me Out, it's literally like that female voice that's also at the end of Mother I Sober is like Kendrick's therapist in this album, and she's like it's like session 10, and so like congrats you did
Yeah.
it, and like it's literally like the album is just therapy, like and I feel like the main thing about the album is that Kendrick has before act as the therapist of hip hop, and act to like kind of like try to solve the world's problems, as he says on this album, and now it's like he's flipping it back and he's looking in the mirror, and he's now doing therapy on himself or getting therapy. And I think it's just a really beautiful progression on this album. Some songs maybe aren't as directly related to those themes, but like they're still fire. Like I mean, obviously N95 and like Silent Hill and just shit like that. Like Rich Spirit, just like there's more commercial songs, but they're still like beautifully produced and as his delivery and rapping is just amazing always. And then there's deeper songs like Father Time and United in Grief, and obviously like the last two songs of the album are a huge emotional point for me.
Yeah.
It's just an amazing album. I mean, I could go on, but I'll let you guys talk.
Yeah, no, I wanna chime in real quick. Upon first listen, because I was there with Vaughn, we both listened to it together. I mean,
Yeah,
we were both like,
we
yeah.
were. Yeah,
We were just doing a little listening party because I mean, it's a big deal, and this is gonna be talked about for months. I don't see this album being talked like it's not gonna fall off. You know
yeah,
how some rappers have dropped an album and it's like kind of just like, oh, okay, yeah, like, yeah. But anyways, going back to it, I was really, really like, we start track one, United in Grief, and I'm like, wow, okay, because I think me and Vaughn were talking about this, and I know I'm kind of just backtracking here, but me and Vaughn were talking about the Heart Part 5 because obviously he released that single leading up to this album, and Vaughn said something that like is so true. He was like, he probably just released that song to show people that he still got it,
yeah.
right? Because this album is nothing really like the Heart Part 5. It has maybe United in Grief is like the closest song to it, that whole jazzy kind of style,
Well,
and even
it's the closest song until the fucking drum break comes in, like, and that's like
exactly,
a minute in, and then that to
exactly.
me was like a whole like statement of just like that
He's
was
moving
just a
away from a
whole
different
different
style.
thing. Yeah,
Yeah. And I mean we've seen him, Vaughn talked about how like Kendrick is kind of shifting from more about the social problems and more about himself. And we saw that on Damn a lot more, I think. So I
yeah,
think
a little bit.
Damn was a shifting album. And I think it was super important for me to listen to this album and then go listen to Damn. And it kind of put it into a new perspective for me. Because Damn feels kind of like the bridge to this in all honesty. Especially from T-Pab. But going back to this, yeah, so United in Grief, amazing song. Like, wow, it
Amazing.
like blew me out of the water. And then we get N95, another amazing song. After it comes back from like that bridge, and like he starts to rap, like his fucking head is blown off. Like that is how like good rapping should be done. Like good fast rapping. Like you talk about, oh yeah, all these rappers can rap fast, but it sounds so lame and it sounds so corny. But when Kendrick does it and he does it in that flow and that style, beautifully done. And then Worldwide Steppers, yeah, like awesome. But then it's actually, Die Hard is great, but I still have some problems with this album that I think I'll need to learn to kind of accept. And it's that by the time I get to a track like Auntie Diaries, the album is kind of stretching on long for me. I think this album is a bit long. I think there are some tracks that I could really use without. Like in the album perspective, they're fine, but unfortunately, I find myself gravitating towards like the songs that get me hype more than I the songs that are like connected to the album. Like We Cry Together, I've seen a bunch of people have been saying, "Oh yeah, that's my favorite track on the album. That's like this is the best song." But We Cry Together is great within the context of the album, but like I don't really ever think I want to listen to that song like outside of it. I'm not just gonna like turn it on. But, like, oh, I want to listen to this. And that's my thing, because Kendrick is trying to have like this kind of, he's trying to have a concept while at the same time then making songs like N95 and Silent Hill that have their own messages and have their own kind of ideas. And I unfortunately, I'm not the biggest fan of how hodgepodge this album kind of is, whereas it's not all one tight connected concept like T-Pab or even really like Damn. Also, Damn does sound really cohesive compared to this, and that isn't to take away from it, because I get it. Kendrick is in a new state of mind. It's been 5 years since he's dropped a project. He's not going to be the same person with the same ideals, you know. But I struggle to really fully grasp this one, but yet at the same time, I'm still loving it. I'm still really enjoying it. But I wouldn't put this above a Damn or a T-Pab, which is my two other. I actually think it's better than Good Kid, Mad City, because I wanted to go listen to it. Um, but no, this album is still like amazing. But I still do have some qualms with it. So I think over time I'll learn to accept it. But for the most part, there are just tracks where I'm just like, okay, this is good. This is really good. Like, but I'm trying to hear some of those other tracks that are just fantastic. But SK bro, I want to know, what do you think, bro?
So I just want to start with like your like critiques. I guess I
Yeah,
kind of wanted to like comment on those.
yeah,
So you were saying how about We Cry Together, about
yeah.
how people think that it's a great song, some of their favorites. And I agree with you. Yes, it's a great song in the context of the album. And I think that saying that it has no replay value outside the context of the album isn't really like too fair of a critique because
Yeah.
with To Pimp a Butterfly, the majority of that album, or I've always said this, but that album is something that you have to listen to front to back.
I
Besides,
I don't
like,
I actually don't
and
agree with
besides if
that.
you
I
don't,
don't
okay.
no.
See, so
I
that's why I disagree with your take about We
yeah.
Cry Together
Okay.
because for me, besides like a few tracks on TV, like of course, like All Right, that's a classic song. You'll
Yeah.
listen to that whenever. But like a lot of the songs on that album, they work at their best while in the context of the album. And I think it's the same thing with We Cry Together. And I don't really look at it from like the perspective of, oh, can I listen to this when I'm not listening to the album?
Yeah.
And I think what Kendrick did, he made that song specifically to be listened to with the whole album. I don't think the purpose of it was to be like on playlists,
No,
etc. Of
yeah, no.
course.
I mean, of course, yeah. It's just a matter of there's some track. I guess I should reword my critique is that some tracks can't stand on their own without the context of the album.
Yeah.
And whereas T-Pab and Damn and Good Kid, Mad City, all of those albums have songs that stand on their own. I'm genuinely serious when I say I will just
So
turn on Mortal Man. I won't even listen to the whole album. I'll just
I
turn it on.
same, but will you turn on I live?
Yeah. Will you turn
Yeah.
on like
No, you won't. You're just lying.
Yes, I
That's
would.
just a lie,
I
bro.
yes.
Nah, that's a
What's wrong with
lie.
I? That song is fun as
Half
fuck.
of
I
the
mean,
Are
I
you talking about
live the
you?
version on the album.
What? What?
like that song doesn't work without the context. Like
Okay,
Yeah,
that
I
can't be
the
a
version of
standalone
I
track
on
in
the
my
album,
opinion.
not the single version.
that's fair, but that's like one track within the entire album.
And
And
then
We Cry Together is
yeah,
one
We
track
Cry
in the
Together is
whole
No,
the
album.
only
no, but
track on this album that that applies
I
to.
think I
nah,
agree with Vaughn
nah.
here.
For
I
me,
don't.
it's like Crown. I also don't think Crown can stand on its own without the.
All
No,
right,
no.
but how
Nah.
about this? We got Father Time. We got
All the time,
Silent
yeah.
Hill,
Silent Hill,
N95.
yes,
We got
yes,
um shit. I mean, Auntie Diaries, I guess,
I
also
yeah,
works on its own. Um,
I think every
The
track
name's
here.
not coming to me, but I think like the majority of Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, I'd say that besides maybe like two or three tracks, everything else can like live
yeah,
up on its own without
I
the
yeah, I
context. But
agree. I
again,
agree.
but again, I think the real beauty in all these songs, regardless like of which one's the best alone, like you get the full like effect of these songs in context of the album. And I think that's
yeah,
just like I love how that works and I love how he does that time and time again with each of his albums. Or
yeah,
I don't want to say Good Kid Mad City. I think Good Kid Mad City doesn't have that situation where like a song is better within context because I literally listen to songs off Good Kid Mad City all the time, like without listening to the album. But
yeah.
I
I say
think
damn.
I think
I say
Good
damn
Kid
can fit in the category.
Good Kid I could play all the songs. Well, honestly no, this applies to all of his albums. I could play the songs by themselves, but they're always better in context. Like I
I
would
can
say
see
that
that.
about all of his albums and all of his songs, like
How about
99% of his songs.
you think that Mad City is better in context than alone? I feel like
I mean,
Mad City's a great
obviously
song
it
regardless
stands
of
up.
context.
Yeah, I think all of them
And
stand
like
up regardless of context, but the context of the album always strengthens it a little bit. Like it's
gotcha.
just
Yeah,
like yeah. But
it
That's
it
fair.
I don't think it's a valid criticism anyway to say like it's not as good of a song because it doesn't stand up outside the album.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
that's
It
something
doesn't
I've
just doesn't
always
make
loved
sense to
about.
me.
That's just something about me with Kendrick that I've always loved that his songs can just stand on their own outside of the context of the album. Because if anything, We Cry Together kind of feels like an aside to the album. Because
I
I
don't
mean,
think
actually,
so.
I feel
Honestly,
no,
like
because there
I
honestly
feel
when
like
you
like
bring
I think it
the
stands
therapy
by
thing,
itself too. I like you don't need the context of the album to enjoy it. I think it's just a great work of art anyway. And it's
yeah,
the
um
same way with like Mother I Sober. Like I'm not gonna return to that song outside of the album, but it's a fucking beautiful song. It's probably my favorite song on the album.
yeah.
yeah,
With We Cry
It's
Together,
yeah.
I think I mean of course its best is on like within the context of the album, but I think that rather than it being like its own track. I feel like that's sort of like an extended interlude because yes, it's like a song and it's like a conversation that works as a song as well, but I feel like it's like a little break in the album where like it's
Yeah,
just full emotions. We're not really listening for the musical aspect in that song. We're listening to the conversation that Taylor
yeah.
Page and Kendrick are having. So I've since like it came out, I've like I can't really like criticize it from like a musical standpoint because the way I see it is just like an extended interlude over
Yeah,
a
I
and that's all.
beautiful
And
I
that's
I
album.
so, like
see,
there's
see what you're coming from. Yeah.
there are kind of a lot of interludes for this. Like 3 interludes on like 18 tracks. I don't know how I really feel about that. Especially when those interludes are fine as they are,
Well,
but
it's
like
two interludes, bro. Like We
well,
Cry
he
Together
just
is
said
not
we
It's
cry
really an
the
together.
interlude.
Kodak. It's
It's
the
not really an
Kodak one.
interlude.
Yeah, it's the
It's
same.
not
It's
really an
not like
interlude,
it's
but the
not like
way
an
I
I
see
interlude,
it,
but I see what you're saying. Like it's a different. It's you're
yeah,
not listening to it for the music part of it. You're
right?
listening
yeah,
for
It's the
the
conversation that's the heavy hitter in that
yeah,
song, and I think that's
exactly.
the only part of it that really matters to me.
yeah.
But no, I can totally understand like where you're coming from though.
Yeah, no,
Like
and I think that song is really touching. Like, don't get me wrong, it's still a great song. It's just that like I really love Kendrick because of the fact that I can just turn him on in most scenarios, and he's
right.
just kind of there playing in the background, and I absolutely love it. But then there's times where I can still like kind of listen in and stuff like that. And I think that's maybe where I'm just kind of I guess struggling the most is that, like I said, this album isn't really cohesive as compared to like a To Pimp a Butterfly. So it's not guiding me through each song like he does with his poem in To Pimp a Butterfly. So it's hard for me to pick up on every aspect and kind of theme that he's talking about on each song. But for a song like We Cry Together, I feel like it was more talking about like his ideas of like performativism. Like I don't know, that track is really interesting because it starts to shift. Obviously they start to fuck, but like I mean like as far as the argument goes, like they're kind of talking, he's talking about how women are being so fake nowadays and stuff like that, and how performative they're being. And I thought that's really interesting cuz he really doesn't like, there's a lot of like I mean on United in Grief he starts to talk about like cancel culture. Or no, that I'm sorry, that's N95. He how what the fuck is cancel culture, dog? Yeah, so I'm just really like what I really want to dig into more is like the lyrics and everything. And unfortunately, I think this entire album is being overshadowed by the lyrics on a certain track, which is obviously Anti-Diaries. Um I actually think that track is gorgeous and I absolutely love that track. And I know it's touchy water, but like I want to hear y'all's take on what Anti-Diaries is for y'all cuz I'm really interested in that.
So I have been thinking about this and
Yeah.
well, I just want to start by saying I really love the song and I love that Kendrick like being a mainstream artist, like one of the biggest right now, openly talking about like trans issues growing up with a trans family member. Like that's very important conversation to have and important messages to share and I'm really glad he did that. Um and I've been seeing a lot of members of the community that are very appreciative of him creating that track. But me, like obviously like I'm a straight male. I really don't have a say.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
sure I can have an opinion, but in reality my opinion
Yeah,
has
has
like
no weight. Yeah.
No
no
weight.
weight.
Yeah.
Um but my thinking is like, yes, like he said what he said, and I think that the same message could have been delivered without it. I feel like I mean, he obviously knew what he was doing. He knew that he could have taken it in a different direction. Maybe for Kendrick, he probably thought that he couldn't get the same impact without using the word. Um
Yeah.
and at the same time, he like says it like the way he says it, like he says it like repeatedly. I think it was like 8 times in the whole song.
Mhm.
So I definitely think that he could have gotten the same message out without having to start controversy like that. But at the end of the day, like what I say really holds no weight in this conversation. But that's just how I've been thinking about it for the past few
Yeah.
days.
Yeah.
I wanna say I think what it truly and honestly is that this isn't really a song for the LGBTQ community as it more is the community that he's grown up in and the people
Yeah.
that he's lived with,
Exactly.
like the black community, because or I guess really any minority community that is transphobic, because I'm Hispanic and they have a lot of, they really don't like that because of religious things. Um but where I see it coming from is that it's kind of a keep that same energy kind of thing. That it's like, okay, if you don't like when white people say the N-word, then keep that same energy when you say the F slur. Because look at the way he says it. And unfortunately, where I think he falls kind of on deaf ears is that he uses the F slur as a means of showing that, like, look at the reaction that the LGBTQ gave him against it, and look how it's comparative to when a white person says the N-word. But in order for him to get that message across, he's hurting one community in order to show it. And I think that's kind of, if he says it on Crown, I believe, where he says I can't please everybody.
Yeah.
But I just don't think that was the greatest idea, because I see what he's trying to do. He's trying to show that word will get a reaction from people. And he's showing it that it's not okay to use that word. He definitely understands that. He's not stupid. He really isn't. He knows what he was doing, and I think that's what he's trying to do. He's trying to say, like, because he ends the song on, like, I mean, if you're gonna say that word, then you gotta let a white girl say the N word. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that's really the big thing there, and I think it's a
Yeah.
keep that same energy kind of conversation. And it's like, look at all these effects that you have, that a community that has been oppressed and stuff like that is showing. Like he's showing that their problems are comparable, and that they need to be understood, and that we need to keep
Yeah,
the same energy across all boards.
I
That's
get
kind of
that.
how I see it, and that's why I think it's a beautiful track. And I get, like, you know trans people are allowed to be offended. Anyone is really allowed to be offended at that
Yeah.
song. And
Yeah,
that's
for
why I
sure.
think it falls short, because he's hurting one community by trying to teach another. And I don't think that's gonna work in the long run. Like, I don't
Yeah.
Yeah,
think
I
that
think
works for anyone.
I agree with you. I think artistically and rhetorically it makes perfect sense why he would want to do it, and I respect it. I respect the vision in that way. But is it worth it to say the word and hurt the community and have that impact? Like, is it worth it for the art? Is it worth it for his community that he's trying to get his message to? Like, I don't know. I think there's
Um,
definitely a better way he could have done it, which
yeah.
is just not say the F
I
word. But
was I was also thinking that, well, like obviously the way Kendrick used it, he was trying to show like how like adolescent minds don't know like right or wrong in a
Yeah.
sense,
yeah,
like there's repercussions to saying certain things, and that was his like entire message. It's like the naivety of like a child. But um to your point, like I agree. Like he didn't have to do it in a way that will obviously hurt a whole community, and he knew that he was gonna do that. Like, I don't know if him like offending a community would make I don't know if he thought he would make his message more strong or whatever, but I was also thinking that like some people may think, oh, it's like Kendrick Lamar, it's like he did it for an artistic like purpose, like it's okay, whatever. But like a lot of people could like take it in a wrong way and think like, oh, if Kendrick Lamar can do it, why can't I? And they'll be try to do like they're trying to recreate the message in like a similar way, and then will just fall through. So like Kendrick knows that he inspires like almost everyone in the scene. So it's just like what kind of like message are you giving to people? Like if Kendrick
Yeah.
Lamar like if Kendrick Lamar can say like the way people are seeing, like if you look up to Kendrick, he's saying it, what makes it that like other people think that they can say it too? Like that's
Yeah.
what I was thinking about, like because his influence is just like very strong on our
Yeah.
generation. So
No,
that
no,
was another
it
thing I was
definitely
thinking
is.
about.
And yeah, I do like your point a lot. It's just, it's such a touchy subject, and it's hard for him to kind of get by it. And that's really the only unfortunate part, is that this album is kind of being shadowed by Auntie Diaries, in my opinion. But even then, it's still a great song, and like, I don't think it's a big issue that people are really mad at it. But I really think that, like, the message is there, and it really shines in, like, the last verse or so,
yeah,
where it starts. See, I was taught words was nothing more than a sound, if ever they was pronounced without any intentions. He's talking about that, and I just think it's like, he's really trying to open up and create a bigger dialogue, but it's not for us. It's not for us. It's not for the community that he's hurting, and I just think it's kind of a, I don't think it was the best way of going about it, but that's okay, because there are a ton of other tracks to sit here and chew on, with this. Like, for example, I want to talk about the Kodak Black inclusion on this album.
Ooh.
Do you guys have any idea, like, why do you think he was
Yeah.
included?
I
Like,
was
why do you
gonna
think
Okay.
he's
ask the
included?
same thing.
So,
Yeah,
all right. The way that I've taken it. Okay. So, obviously, over the last year, we have seen Kodak like get himself into shit.
viral. Yeah,
Um, there's been a lot of things that this man has been like a part of, like controversy wise. I remember, I think it was last year, maybe earlier this year. There was a video of him like being like weirdly sexual with his own mother. Um, there have been rape allegations towards
Yeah.
him. But and then him being like a Trump supporter because didn't Trump get him out of jail or something?
yeah, he did.
So
Yeah,
he's been this like controversial figure, right? And a lot of the themes on Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, it's a lot about how like it's like a sort of like a attack against cancel culture in a way. It's like he's not like actively like that's not the point of this album, but he does make it a point to be like culture is stupid because there are good people that are troubled by like themselves in like a very broad that's like um a very like concise way to put it, but
Mhm.
I think he wanted to use Kodak as an example of that character that deals with controversy, that character that is troubled, a character that um has a lot of troubles with himself, but
Yeah,
he's trying to highlight the fact that at the end of the day, he is a good person just dealing with a lot of different stuff, and I think he was just trying to show that perspective. Whereas cancel culture sees it like one slip up, it's over. Like there's no second chances, that type shit.
yeah,
And it was just like, what if Kodak could be the representative of this character that I want to shine in a different light? And
yeah,
I don't know if like Kodak Black is like the right person to do. I mean, I guess he was the right person, but I just think like the way Kendrick was trying to show this character, it's like, yeah, they like at the end of the day, it could be a good person, it can be a genuine person, but where's the line that you have to draw? Like
yeah,
these like this character is troubled, they have so much, but where's that line to where's the line that too much is too much? Like I don't
yeah.
like is it's not very definitive. So like you can't like a lot of the things Kodak has done are unforgivable. But at the end of the day, I
Yeah,
also do believe that he's not he's not like a terribly evil person. I'm sure that
mhm,
Kodak Black is a great guy, but are his like problems, his issues, his troubles, is that like too much or is it forgivable? Like
yeah,
that's like where the discussion has needs to happen. But that's how I see it, and that's what I think Kodak's
y-
purpose on this album was.
That's an
yeah,
interesting theory, and I think I agree with like some parts of it, but honestly, I don't know. I feel like if that was the angle, I feel like there would be a little bit more focus on him, and more like a more direct way of saying that, because I
Mm,
like the way I see it. I feel like Kodak was like there's definitely some truth to what you were thinking, but I think like with a song like Silent Hill, I feel like Kodak is kind of just like an outlet for having fun on the album, like just kind of like a like when he doesn't want to just self-reflect and do the therapy shit, like you have a song like Silent Hill or like N95, which Kodak is at the beginning of for a second. Like I don't
yeah.
know. I
But
wasn't reading too far into it, but you might be right. I'm not
yeah,
So
sure.
wait,
but
for
that's
you, do
my
you think like Kodak was, I don't want to say like comedic relief, but do you think Kodak's like role on this album was for like a similar purpose of like that relief?
Yeah.
Okay,
Like
okay. I mean,
comedic
that's an
relief
interesting
is kind of a
perspective,
good,
and
not
yeah, I
necessarily
didn't really,
comedy, but like
yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
It's
I didn't
I
really
feel
think
like
of
it's
it
just a balance.
from
Like
that way, but that's that's a cool perspective. I think that's also something that's totally valid. Like I didn't really
yeah,
think of it on from that view, but again, that's a fair point.
it could be both.
It
It
could
could
be a
be
mix of both. You never know.
yeah. Definitely.
Yeah.
I think it is
But
probably a mix of
Anthony,
both.
What do you have to say?
Yeah, that was my thing about this album, is that like this album does really kind of feel like a victory lap for Kendrick, where he's just kind of like celebrating like, I mean, Damn was I think his most commercially successful album. That's where he like really started to take off from like everyone loves him in the hip hop community, he's fucking humongous, to like this is an icon, this is a legend, with the release of Damn. um and I just think he's taking a victory lap on this album, where he's making these fun ass songs and still saying things, but yet he's trying to include, almost like Vaughn's like therapy idea, and he's trying to include all these kind of ideas, and he doesn't spend enough time on one, because he's over here making these fun ass songs. But,
I
but
don't
then
agree at all. I
it
don't
brings
I
agree
it
at
want
brings
all.
up the question, why even make a double album
There's
if you're not gonna have one
okay.
side be hella serious and the
no
other just
I
be
I
fun? Like,
want
you're
to.
you're
I
just
kind of want
wrong
to
because it's
give
I
my
don't I
take.
don't see it as any sort of victory lap at all. I don't know where you're
Yeah,
getting
me
that
neither.
from.
Um,
I see it as him just like these fun ass songs he's making, like N95 and like
There's
Silent
there's
Hill.
but
there's maybe two out
there's
of
still
18.
substance to
This
to
is a
No,
N95.
and there
And
is
there's
there
still
is
like the fun songs like Die Hard or Rich Spirit. He's still talking about things that are core to the album's
it's just
themes
Yeah,
I think
it
it's
just
just
feels like
content
musically more
and
fun.
working
It's
on
I
just like
think.
the
himself.
sound.
But where
Yeah.
I say victory lap is that like there's some tracks where he just goes off and he's rapping. It just feels like he's feeling himself. You know what I'm saying? Like he's going in like that's how
I
I
don't
see it.
even the only track where I feel like he just goes off and he's feeling himself is like Rich Spirit.
I see that on like N95.
And
I don't think
95 as
so.
well.
I
I
I
don't
see that
like
on
in
think
N95.
95 the energy is like that, but what he's saying is not.
I
That's
feel that.
fair. No, that's fair.
I wanted to say something. So, like Anthony, I feel you've been saying like you don't think there's like a very like a cohesiveness to this
Yeah.
album as to his prior work.
Hmm.
And this goes back to the therapy session theory. The way I've been seeing it is that these songs are like Kendrick talking to his therapist
Yeah.
in a way, and that's what the theme that we're thinking is that's what he's going for. And obviously, a therapy session, it's never focused, because you can
Yeah.
start at one thing, you can focus on one thing, then boom, you jump here, and then you jump there, and then you jump here. And I
Mhm.
feel like this album reflects that really well, and it's like in like the sense that it's like all over the place. But
Yeah.
that's just like that's what a therapy session is like. It's not ever cohesive. It's not
Yeah.
ever like the
Yeah,
same point, the same message. And that's why I think he talks about so many different like topics and he has so many different like sub messages that he's sharing. And at the end of the day, he wants to show that he's also a flawed character. He's also a man that deals with issues. And the way that the hip hop community, the way that the world has been viewing Kendrick Lamar is this savior, this like leader of a movement. And I'm sure like that's like I mean his old music, yeah, he was trying to shed light on social political issues. He was trying to bring together people to like he was just trying to he was trying to send messages and sort of like spark a musical revolution. But he also himself, he says he's not like that figure. He's not
yeah.
like the savior. And this album is just like all over the place because in his mind, I'm sure it's all over the place as well, and his flaws are all over the place. And I think the music directly reflects that. So
Yeah.
I don't think there was supposed to be like a very definitive cohesiveness to this album. I
I
think he sort of meant it to be like all over the place in that sense.
I feel like
Yeah.
there is definitely a cohesiveness that like like there's obviously the voices, the choir at the beginning of each side and that comes back at the end before mirror. And then there's the tap dancing and shit like that already, like just including the tap dancing throughout the album is a level of cohesion that no other artist really like comes to like
Yeah.
Kendrick, like it's not Good Kid Mad City, it's not To Pimp a Butterfly because those
Right,
albums are just like they're literally stories, they're literally
right,
narratives, but
right.
it's already a level of cohesion that other artists usually don't reach. And
Yeah,
then on top of that, I feel like Anthony, you're just not getting the themes as much. Like I don't know,
No.
because
No.
I feel like every song is very clearly, or at least almost every song to me is very clearly in this theme of like working on yourself and improving and moving past struggle and just like just therapy. in some
Yeah,
form, in some fashion.
and
No,
to
and
Anthony's point about it being like a victory lap, I do disagree with that
Mm-hmm.
because, like Vaughn was saying, like every track, it's like I can do better. I have stuff
yeah,
to improve. I have my own share of flaws that I have not shown the
Yeah.
world. I don't think it's a victory lap at all. I think it's to show like even at a level that a person can be like Kendrick Lamar has achieved everything that anyone could ever want.
yeah,
Like as a musician, especially.
Yeah.
I think he's trying to show like, yeah, I'm Kendrick Lamar. People view me as this character, this savior, but I am not.
I am
I
not your
don't I
savior.
don't want I'm not that guy.
yeah,
I am just another person
Yeah.
that I have a voice, but I also deal with my own stuff. So I think it's like the very opposite of a victory lap. I think
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah.
even like regardless of where you are in your career, in your life, you still deal with the same things. And I think that's what he's trying to show. I think he's trying to like change the narrative from him being like the savior of hip hop or whatever bullshit people be saying to like I'm just a person too.
yeah.
And so I think it's like the very like a polar opposite of what a victory lap would sound like, you
That's
know.
another
Yeah.
good point I just thought of is that people hold him up as a savior of hip hop, and old heads are like some old heads. The only new artist they like is Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah.
Or J.
and-
Cole.
and-
They'll be like,
he's bringing
they'll be like
real rap
Cole and
back.
Kendrick.
And-
Yeah.
and then-
Shut up, man.
That's another reason for these fun tracks, right? Like
Yeah.
like N95 and Silent Hill repel the old heads, Like it's like
And,
I'm
like,
not your
and
savior. I
having
can't
Kodak
please
on this is-
everybody. I'm not gonna be always conscious rapping on
Right.
every single thing and with boom bap
Yeah.
beats and like jazz
Right.
and like it's
And
just
that's
like
probably another reason why
Yeah.
Kodak is on this album. Like this
Yeah,
trap
that's kinda
artist
what I
is
was trying to
not
get
favored
at.
by old hip hop fans. Like what old head likes Kodak Black?
exactly
No one.
Yeah, no.
nobody.
So I think he was trying to make it a point that
Most
way
new
too. It's like
heads
music
don't
is shifting.
like-
No, a lot of people don't like Kodak.
Yeah.
Period.
But
Like,
not. But
he's trying
hold
to
on
also
though.
show like music is shifting. Like you can't
Yeah.
like be in this
Hold
old.
on though. Let's not get it twisted real quick. Kodak is fire. Okay.
Kodak is
no
fire, yeah.
one said
We are-
otherwise. I
yeah,
like.
no,
I think
I
we
like
all like
Kodak.
Kodak
I'm
a
sorry.
I'm
I'm sorry.
personally a
I
big
still
fan of
bump. I still
Kodak's
bump
music.
Kodak because he's
even
got like.
before this
For sure,
album,
for
I've
sure.
definitely liked Kodak.
No,
Yeah.
Kodak.
Like I'm not gonna fuck with
Kodak
him as a
is-
person, but like he makes
Yeah.
fire music.
I love his voice.
Kodak
I
has
just love
proven
his
himself
delivery.
for this music for sure. And
Yeah.
if people just blindly hate on him, it's so Kodak is one of those artists, like when you're talking to someone about Kodak Black, it is so easy to tell when they haven't actually heard him.
Yeah.
When they've
Yeah.
heard like a few songs, make an opinion, or like take his public image and then show that like or use that as to criticize his music. Like you
Yeah.
have not listened to Kodak Black, and it's
They
so
probably just
obvious.
heard like no flocking and that's it.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Exactly.
no,
and like
with-
Picture Me Rolling, and those are like the only
Yeah.
two songs they know.
yeah. In all actuality, I'm gonna be real. Kodak's got the best verse on this album. He's got the best. I'm sorry.
The
I mean
best feature
verse.
or
I
the
meant
best
feature.
verse?
Feature.
Okay, I was gonna
Feature.
say.
Feature. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
That's fair.
I-
That's fair.
Yo,
I was about to say,
yo, hold
best
up,
feature,
hold up.
and then followed by
Hold up.
Sampha.
Okay, that's my number one. You think Kodak on Silent Hill is better than Sampha on Father Time?
Yeah, I like Kodak. He
Wow.
goes
I think
in.
well,
He's-
Sampha
How about-
Sampha's feature is great, but it's just like a hook. It's just like
Yeah.
Sampha.
Oh,
honestly,
That's true.
out
How
of all the
about-
features, like there's not many features, and I love all the features. Like Sampha
Mm.
would probably not is like not one of the highlights for me because I think just everything else about this song is just as good as Sampha,
Okay.
or if not
There's
better.
actually a feature I don't really. I'm not big about
Can I
on
take
this
a
album.
guess?
I swear to
Go
God.
ahead.
I swear to
Is
God.
it Ghostface Killer?
No, he has
no,
amazing.
Summer
no.
Walker.
Yep, it's Summer
Mm.
Walker.
I
Ah!
honestly, I love Summer
It's
Walker
my
on that
favorite
song,
feature
man.
on the song. It's
She
my
was
favorite feature on the
so
album.
good.
That's my
She
favorite
was
feature
so
on the
good.
album.
She's good, but
Vaughn,
I just think she
Vaughn,
goes
you
on
get
for
it,
too
bro.
long.
That's
Vaughn
my
gets
favorite
it.
feature on the
Vaughn
album.
gets it.
I think she's the weakest. I
That's
didn't say the
one
word.
of the best
Like
songs, and it's my favorite. And
I just think she's the
love
weakest.
her. She fits the instrumental perfectly. Honestly, I think Ghostface like I think his verse is great, but I don't know. It just
It's
doesn't.
misplaced.
It's a
I
little.
think
I feel like he
Kendrick
should have
could've
like
used
been at
it
the
in a
beginning of the
better
song
way.
or something. But
yeah,
I think it was a really great feature on not the right song, if that makes sense, or maybe on
I don't know.
not
No,
the right
I
part of the song.
I do think it fits. I'm not trying to slander it, but like
I think it
first
could've been
few
placed
listens,
differently, for sure.
first few listens, I wasn't sold on the Ghostface feature. Like it's grown on me, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Summer Walker just kills it
Yeah.
to me.
and to
like.
be honest,
way
I have
I-
to
the way
preface.
I
I have
see
to
it.
preface. I'm not even a big Summer Walker fan. Like I've tried listening
I've
to her.
never
I'm
even
just not-
listened to Summer
just
Walker
not big on
solo
her in
music.
general.
Like honestly, I need to tap into like a tape or something now. But
Yeah, she's got
what's that
stuff that
one
people
called,
really
bro?
love.
Like,
I've heard a few
I can't
songs.
think of the
and I
name,
always
hold
love
up.
her voice.
Yeah.
Um,
no, but like don't get me wrong, like all the features are good to great on this album. It's just that like I think she's the weakest one, so I guess I'll just put that one at like the bottom for me.
R&B hater.
Um,
I'm not an
speaking
R&B
about Summer
hater.
Walker though, this is the one she dropped it last year. Still over it,
Uh-huh.
man. Vaughn,
I'll tap in.
Tony, have you heard? Have you heard
Nah,
that
nah. I
project?
heard.
All right, both of you,
I
bro.
can tell you the one I've listened
Both of you,
to.
bro. Y'all need to listen to that
Is this
because
Summer
Yeah.
Walker promo? Is this Summer Walker
nah,
promo?
it's not promo, but deadass. This is a really, really, really good
I
album.
love the album
Okay.
cover. I've seen it a few times.
I've listened. I've listened to Over It, not Still Over It.
Still
So
over it. Still over it is just great. Over
Okay,
it's actually
yeah.
pretty solid too. I wasn't
Uh,
the biggest fan of it, but
yeah.
nah, still over
Also,
it. It's that one
I
joint
wanted
with
to
SZA on
Oh wait, I think I know that song. That song is
yeah,
fire.
Yeah.
yeah.
Die Hard features
Die Hard.
amazing. I love that
Yeah.
song, dude.
Actually, I love
the features on that song.
who I think
They absolutely
Amanda
kill it. I don't
Amanda
know, I'm not
Reifer is the
familiar
best.
with Amanda or Blast, but I think they
But
both kill it.
literally her if you go and rate your music, she doesn't have a single rating other than the Kendrick album.
Oh
But she
my.
has like
Really?
Radio
someone
Music
uploaded
Drone.
all of her music and has yet to like rate it, so it's just kind of there.
Oh
Okay.
damn.
But I
Yeah,
think
I've not heard of
she has a
Amanda
beautiful
Reifer,
voice.
but
Also, I
Blast,
love
dude.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, I just wanted to just say that Blast on Die Hard, he did it perfectly. Like he filled his role. Amazingly placed feature. I just absolutely love it.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure that he's from the West Coast too, so it really makes sense that I kind of got him on there.
Is he on PG Lang?
I
Or
don't
nah?
know.
Because
I'm not sure. I think PG
wanted to
Lang right
shout
now.
out Tana Leone, who's on PG
Yeah,
Lang.
Tana Leone,
on
yeah.
Mr. Morale is
Yeah.
like that. He's like the highlight of that song, low key. Like I love his part on that song.
Yeah.
I think all the features kill it. Baby Keem also. I love
Yeah.
Baby Keem.
Do we
Speaking
feel
of-
Kendrick? Do we feel like Baby Keem influence is heavy on this album?
No,
We could
because
even say
Baby
that.
Keem's sound is
I
Kendrick.
think
Yeah. I think Baby
they
Keem's sound is
influence each
Kendrick.
other.
Kendrick
like-
has credits on like 15 songs on Baby Keem's 2 albums. Like
Like,
Kendrick,
I don't
like,
want
Baby
to
Keem-
accuse Kendrick of like writing the whole album. Like I have
No,
more
no, no,
faith
no.
in that. But
No,
like
no, no.
I think Baby
I'm not gonna-
Keem's I think Baby Keem has his sound and it's unique, but it's also definitely influenced by Kendrick.
yeah,
And
like
he definitely guides like a lot of the direction on Keem's at least melodic
for
blue.
sure. And I just really don't like the whole narrative that Kendrick Lamar has been influenced too much by Keem when
Yeah.
sure Keem could have influenced him, but a lot of that sound that we see on Mr. Morale is Kendrick's own sound. Except Baby Keem also uses it because it's like there's a gray area. You don't really know where it fully comes from. It's a mix of both, but it's not fair to say that Keem is just like a Kendrick side project or to say that Kendrick is biting Keem too hard. Like I just don't think that's a fair argument at all.
Yeah, no, and I really don't either,
Yeah.
because like I saw someone tweet it and I was like nah, bro, come on.
We know who someone
Like,
is, bro.
we
Say their name.
Oscos Mariano, bro. This dude really said Baby
He's being
Keem
infected.
infected. No, bro.
It's
no.
never
I'm sorry.
ever made sense to me saying that Baby Keem is trash and then you love Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah,
Because Kendrick
that's
does the
Yeah.
weird flows, bro. Like he's been doing it since Good Kid, bro.
well.
Like
yeah.
he
Actually,
literally people hated on him for it like back in 2012. Like I know like that was a thing.
I didn't really like Baby Keem like last year. I just don't think I was just being fair to him. But his music has been growing on me like crazy recently.
yeah.
This man is actually like amazing.
I think
definitely Baby Keem takes it more to the extreme. Like
For sure.
like I'm exaggerating when I say like you can't hate him and love Kendrick, but there's some amount of similarity there to where you have to respect Keem. Like if you're a huge Kendrick fan, like you have to get the appeal.
Yeah.
I don't see how
Low-key-
you can.
low-key for me-
Family Ties shows that.
Yeah.
Family Ties shows that Keem isn't in Kendrick's shadow.
And
Keem
like,
is
he
on a
can
level
rap,
that
dude.
he could be with Kendrick on
He
the
can
same level.
rap. Like
He can rap.
he's an amazing rapper.
He is a great
honestly.
rapper. It's just like when I listen to the melodic blue, I don't really like. I don't know. Like
How
I
about-
guess I can only really take Keem in small
I don't
doses.
really
and
like the
honestly.
melodic songs.
How about Die for
Yeah.
My Bitch?
Yeah, I think that's
The
a great
banger,
part.
like when Baby Keem
yeah.
does bangers, and when
Like
he
Stats.
actually
Crazy.
raps, he's one of
Stats.
the best artists of the
Stat-
past like
Baby Keem on
5 to 10
Stats is the
years.
best Baby Keem, in my
Like-
opinion.
Yeah.
Family Ties, Range Brothers, like Mosh Pit Stats, like songs
Yeah.
like that are incredible.
Like on
So
stats
Yeah.
when he does the beat switch and he comes in like first things first, when I pop,
yeah,
I'm gonna get your whole thirsty. Like that is my favorite Baby Keem. And I hope that he like
Yeah.
refines that more and more and doesn't like completely like get rid of it in his career.
yeah.
Like that I just absolutely
He
love
needs
the
to
energetic
me. I
Baby
think
Keem.
he should stop trying to combine the poppy like there's like some
Yeah.
poppy 808s influence songs and then there's the bangers. I feel like he should make like a banger
Like,
album
yeah,
and
that's
So
my
you
thing.
don't
like
You
think
can low key
that
tell when he's trying to make a hit. Like, there's
yeah.
sometimes when he's trying to make it with those poppy songs. Like,
I like a lot of those songs, but they just always are not as good as the bangers to me.
Like
yeah,
I feel like Trademark and then that joint with Baby Keem should not have been on the same album, you know? Because like I
yeah.
just wish that he low key kind of keeps those like two sounds separate.
Because
I
if he
mean,
did,
they work, but like on the
Yeah,
same album, it's like it's awkward to see
yeah.
that like complete switch because
it's
it
a
just
little
doesn't really like flow as well.
If he did like something like the track with Durag Activity with Travis Scott,
Do Rag
that sounds
Activities.
fucking
Another, I
awesome.
love that
I
Like,
song.
hated
Yeah,
it
we
when it came out, bro, but that's a
really
really
no
good
like
song now. I
that
like
track is
it.
crazy because like
It's
low key
crazy.
Travis Scott was
Activity.
going into his Cardi bag with like that like like that weird ass flow, like that
Yeah, I
baby
love that
voice.
song. The
Yeah,
the
that track was insane.
production, like on Baby Keem stuff, is amazing.
Yeah.
For
But
sure.
going back to it, like
Back
I
to
actually think
Kendrick,
Baby
yeah,
Keem did great here. Like I think he did awesome as fuck.
definitely.
For
I
sure.
love Savior. Like like I know I've been airing out my qualms with it, but that's simply just because like I want to make sure like we're not just here just fucking talking about how amazing the album is
I
because
feel
I
you.
still
Right.
Yeah.
do have some stuff. Like I want to talk about some of the things that may be kind of downsides because this album is not perfect. It really isn't. I don't think any one of us here are putting it over to Pimp a Butterfly.
No.
Definitely not over Damn for me at
Nah.
least.
Mm-mm.
For yeah,
I
and
My
don't. I
my
is
honestly,
that
two favorite.
your second is that your second favorite SK?
no. Damn. I
Yeah.
think, bro. As of recently, I've really been thinking that it is my favorite.
Oh,
Like
your
I just
is your favorite.
is
Dude,
my favorite because
Yeah.
we're on the
it's
same
always
wave, bro.
yeah because it's
We
always been Good Kid, Mad City is my favorite Kendrick Lamar album. Um, dude, I just don't know what it's been for like the past 2 months. I just been on this kick with Damn, and I cannot get enough. It's like
like
every
Yeah.
day
same,
I
yeah.
wake up. I'm dead ass with you for the past month. I've been waking up and like, damn, I'm excited to listen to Damn today. Like I like
Yeah,
look
Yeah.
I
forward to
No,
same.
listening to that
it's
Until
album.
this album
fantastic.
It's
Yeah.
dropped, I
insane.
was
It's
listening to Damn
insane.
like nonstop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And to Pimp a
Like I don't
Butterfly, I would put like on the same level, but both of those are like in my top 10 of all time, I think. Like
yeah,
both of
my
those
top
albums are
two
fucking
I
like
don't
perfect to me.
yeah, my top three is Damn, Good Kid, and then T-Pap. I don't
That's
think
yeah,
this new one holds
it's
up to those
respectable.
three. But at the same time, I really don't care to compare it to his like other projects because
Yeah.
like sure it's cool conversation to have and it's like something that's obviously gonna happen. But like the way I look at it, it's like there's no point.
Yeah.
Like each project
It's
is
just
doing
a
something. It's
yeah,
like
it's
it's a
just a
nice
nice thing. Yeah.
conversation, but I
It's
don't
just
really think
fun,
it's a
right?
Yeah.
yeah, I don't really think it holds too much weight at the end of the day though.
I think
No,
in
it
like a
really doesn't.
year,
Yeah.
I think in like a year from now, I'll feel more comfortable
Yeah.
because I feel like I've spent so much time with Section 80 up through Damn
Mhm.
already,
Yeah.
and then this has been
Yeah.
out for not even a week yet as
Yeah,
we're
exactly.
recording
Because we've
this.
had
Yeah.
like a 5 year break where we get to
Yeah,
consume this man's music.
yeah,
Like it's so different. Like our under like for me, damn, I wasn't the biggest fan when it came out. Like sure, I loved a few tracks. I loved Element. I loved Loyalty, which is kind of overhated. I
yeah.
liked DNA.
Yeah.
I liked I liked a few songs. Didn't much of
Fear.
it. But like, bro, it came out in 2017, and now in 2022 is when I'm starting to fully appreciate that album.
Yeah,
So
same.
just think
Like,
Yeah.
about how this new one is gonna go.
yeah,
We've had
look,
it for a few days. Think about 2 years from now.
Yeah.
Like
No,
you
exactly.
low
never
key,
know
Damn
how it
Damn has
goes.
always been like my second
I've
favorite.
always loved Damn, but definitely not until like the past like few months. Like start of this year, I think I started to see it
Right. Yeah, now
above Good
Vaughn. I
Yeah.
Kid.
think Vaughn, me and you have like the same exact experience with Damn, I guess. Because the way
Yeah,
you're talking,
pretty
like you
much, pretty
haven't like
much.
fully like loved it until like a few
I
months
didn't
ago.
even I did not listen to it like when it came out, but
Okay.
I think I probably first heard it like late 2018. But
Gotcha.
either way, like I really liked it, but it's definitely it's probably my favorite at this point.
Yeah,
But
Damn is when Damn released, that was the album that switched me over from being like a J. Cole fan to like a Kendrick fan. Like
For real?
it was always Team Cole or Kendrick, you know what I'm saying? I was like, I'm
Yeah,
Team Cole.
yeah.
And then he dropped Damn, I was like, oh, I'm Team
Damn.
Kendrick. Like,
that's
what's up?
pretty crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, cause I was
I
like
love Cole, but like That's
'Cause I
just
listened
like a
to-
crazy thought to me.
I listened to T-Pab and I was like, this is cool, but this is not Kevin Gates and J. Cole, so I'm gonna go back to that. You know what I'm saying? So, but then he dropped Damn, and I was like, oh wait, this is low-key kind of better than Kevin Gates
Yeah.
and J. Cole. So I was like, damn.
And since we're talking
Yeah.
about Damn, I kind of
Yeah.
wanted to give a take. I don't think
Ooh.
any song on this new album holds up to Duckworth. I just,
I agree.
for me right now, I just don't think.
Well,
I think just
I
Duckworth is
can't
just
put
like a
anything on this
masterpiece, man.
album like against like my favorite songs on any Kendrick album yet, because I just haven't had the time with them. I think as
I
far
feel
as
that, yeah.
like emotional impact on me, like in the moment of listening to it, like I think Mother I Sober is a fucking all-time song. I think United in Grief is an all-time song, or it's gonna be. Like Father Time is obviously a fan favorite. That's a great song. Mirror to me is like beautiful outro, one of his best outros, I think.
Yeah.
But like
Um,
there's some songs I can see myself putting on that level, but
Yeah.
I'm still not there yet.
SK,
Yeah, look-
I'll raise you one. I'll raise you one. I'll
Alright.
say, I'll agree with that take if it was Fear. Fear's my favorite Kendrick song, so it's kind of unfair. But like, I don't think a track touches Fear.
I
on
can
here.
raise another one because
Okay.
that's my top 3 on Damn is Duckworth, Fear, and then DNA is my favorite. It's always been my
DNA.
favorite.
DNA's
yeah.
wow. Okay.
Yeah. The beat switch
yeah.
on DNA makes me
Yeah.
energized like no other song in the
Yeah.
world.
Yeah,
I can see
no,
that.
that's fair.
I can see
yeah.
that.
But all
I
3 of those
wanted
are
to bring
amazing.
attention. Vaughn, you called it a fan favorite, and it's very deservingly so a fan
Yeah.
favorite. Father Time.
Yes.
And so in the past few days, I've been seeing like emotionally, the song that has been resonating with people the most is Mother I Sober. But for me, I don't think I really like. I don't think a song has hit me like the way Father Time has in a very long time. Like because when I was listening to this album, I was like, obviously we're focused a lot on what he's saying, and the whole themes like about how like it's like the same like so he's talking about the same concept and it applies to 2 different situations. It's his problems with his father and the problems that he's facing being a father. And it's two and the 2 concepts both like they both have relevancy to both of those situations. And for me, like I mean for any guy, I'm sure this is the case. Like it's a very like it's a very had conversation, but like be emotionless, be strong, be a man.
Yeah.
It's like we obviously know that's like not fair, and like the way we were raised thinking that is how we're supposed to be has caused a lot of problems for a lot of men. And just the way that he talks about his story, it's like damn bro, like this shit makes me reflect. And I have not had a song that has made me reflect on my own life in a very, very long time. And I think that's like that song is like the biggest thing that resonated with me this whole album.
Yeah.
And it was just so beautifully done. Like every single part of it. I think that's like masterpiece of a song. That's
No,
like gonna be one
yeah,
of my
for
favorite
sure.
songs of all time
No,
for the time, bro. Like
Wow.
it's insane.
That's my second favorite song on here because like the way the song comes in and then it switches and those drums come in and they
Mhm.
fucking hit
The
you.
beat is
They're
just
Yeah.
so loud.
so
Like
Yeah, the
when he first says it, like daddy issues. Never the daddy
just,
issues
like,
made me
it
learn
sounds like a
losses. I don't
classic.
take those well. Like
It just
oh
sounds
my
like an
god,
instant
dude.
classic.
It sounds like
Yeah.
a classic, exactly.
No, and the production on here is like easily like so fucking good. I don't ever think we're gonna get a Kendrick album with just like really like kind of lackluster
Yeah.
production.
Mhm.
If there's
Yeah.
one want I could ask for here, and it's such a like grab, it's just like maybe another Alchemist produced track because We Cry Together beat is so beautiful.
That's the only complaint with We Cry Together to me. I don't have any problem with the song itself, but I wish Kendrick was actually rapping over an Alchemist beat, like actually
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
just like rapping like
But
normally.
but the thing
But
is,
yeah,
dude, I don't want any other producer to make a beat for We Cry Together.
yeah,
Like
exactly.
Alchemist was
Yeah.
a perfect producer to use
Yeah,
for
it
that
was
song. And that's the
perfect.
Yeah.
thing.
Alchemist is fucking amazing, and me and Vaughn were just talking about this
Dope.
last night. Like we were talking about how he's
Alchemist
honestly
is maybe top
probably-
5 producer for me.
I think
maybe.
he's
Top
best.
five-
I think he's the
top
best
5,
with the best
arguably
output
top
right now.
10. Oh,
Yeah.
right now
Definitely
for
top
sure.
10 for
Right
me.
now, no one's touching him.
Yeah.
He's a
He's a
goat.
solidified top
Yeah.
10, arguably top 5 for me, and I that's definitely gonna change like as time goes on, because that man is not stopping anytime soon.
Yeah, no,
Like,
he isn't, and there's no other producer that's really touching him as far as like how
Yeah.
many like
And, like,
And he
classic
just
beats
has
he's
such a
putting out.
unique style. Like even to
Yeah.
someone like Madlib who utilizes samples in a similar way, it's just so unique and so
Yeah.
like he has just like some of his beats are like just beautiful. Like they're like ambient music almost, and then you just have
Yeah.
like a coke
Yeah.
rapper like fucking.
And the craziest thing
rhyming.
is that Alchemist is literally tapped in with like everyone.
Everyone, yeah.
Because
There's
true.
not someone he's not cool with.
like, bro, you see him making songs with very, very underground artists. You see him doing albums with Freddie Gibbs. You see him work with like what? He's worked with Action Bronson. He's
Earl,
worked with Earl
yeah,
Sweatshirt, like
oh, yeah.
all
Yeah.
that, and then
And then Kendrick.
Kendrick Lamar
He's
on one of
had
the most
a
anticipated
placement
albums
on
of all time. Like,
the last two
Wild.
Kendrick albums. Like two like
yeah,
Damn is like one of the biggest albums.
yeah.
Yeah, like
And
it's
Fear,
just
Fear,
insane.
it's an
insane.
Alchemist produced track, and that's my favorite Kendrick song, Fear.
Yeah, it's like one of the best.
Like,
Yeah.
honestly, I think the only reason why Alchemist is such on an uptick is not only of his talent, but that's because a lot of other producers in general are kind of like sleeping. When I think of like the biggest producers in hip hop, I think of like a Metro Boomin, and I know they're nowhere close, but like that dude's been where the fuck that dude been? You know, someone like Madlib. Actually, but Madlib released a project last year, but he's
Yeah.
not. I don't think Madlib's been producing for as many people.
I think Madlib.
yeah,
well, the
I
thing about
think-
Madlib is that he just has a bunch of beats in the vault. Like I don't know when
Yeah.
the last time he made a new beat
I
was.
think
Like
I think a lot of producers are just like kind of sleeping right now, and so Alchemist is just like on fucking grind. You know what I'm saying?
Same with
He's-
Derringer.
yeah.
Derringer's
Yeah,
been on
yeah,
a
Derringer,
all the
yeah.
Griselda like
Yeah,
conducted
like,
and stuff. Like
yeah.
that's just a whole different.
Nicholas
conversation,
Craven as
like-
well. Nick Craven's
Yeah.
album from this year.
I haven't
Insane.
listened to that. I haven't
Yeah,
listened to
me
that, but
neither.
I probably should.
Yeah, I
tap
think
in.
dude, they like took it off Spotify for a minute, but I have it downloaded like on my phone,
Local
so
files.
it's weird.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
fire. Yeah, it's
But I
fire.
really like it, yeah.
Nah, but
no,
that's-
but I
that's
really
fair.
agree with your point that the Alchemist is just like everywhere and anywhere. Like
Yeah,
his output is on a level of no
he's
one else.
he's a
right now, and
workaholic. Yeah, no,
and
no,
it
most
clearly shows. It clearly shows.
Yeah.
yeah,
But
like
I wanted
literally.
to.
Oof, yeah, go ahead.
Oh no, you can go. You can go ahead.
No, go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
Alright. I just wanted to like ask a new question, but if you had something to say about what we are just talking about, go ahead.
Nah, go ahead, bro.
Okay. I just wanted like so we've like dove into like some of like the very specific details, but I just wanted to like this is a cool thing and I've been thinking about it a lot. Like if you like, since now we've had the album, we heard it, who do you think is one person that like you wish you could have seen on this album? And
Can I
tell me
be
how you want them to incorporate it.
Can I be real?
You will.
I would want to see someone like Young Nudie on Silent Hill.
Young Nudie on
I would want to see Young Nudie on Silent Hill.
That would be crazy. I did not think about that.
Yo, I
That would
didn't
be
even
crazy.
think of that. Damn.
Yeah, I was actually
I
listening
would
Damn.
have replaced Kodak with Nudie on this album.
because
Not gonna
because
lie.
here's the
Damn.
thing. Here's the thing. I would walk through school just listening to Silent Hill, and all today my phone was glitching, and the only thing I could play was Young Nudie today, and the only other song that I could play was Silent Hill. So I could only listen to Silent Hill or anything by Young Nudie. So I was just listening, and I was like, holy fuck, this would be like insane. Like,
Yeah.
and I fucking love Nudie. He's easily one of the best. He has I posted a snippet on my private that he has, and I need him to put that out like expeditiously. Like that track, like I'm telling you, Nudie.
Yeah.
I'm saying Nudie can be
Nudie's
hitting like, with the
generational,
mainstream.
bro.
If
I
Nudie
think,
released, if
he's one
Pissy
of the
Pamper
best.
was able to be released, Nudie would be mainstream. Like he's in that weird
You know
in
what pisses,
between.
you know what
He's in that
pisses me
weird
off the
in
thing
between.
with Pissy Pamper is people think it's
What?
Cardi's song, and that's so
No,
annoying to me.
No,
I
It's
used to
not
think
Cardi's song.
I used to
because the-
think that. Listen,
Yeah.
listen. Nudie definitely had to grow on me because like Pissy Pamper, I did not get the song. Like I was just like I would look up the Cardi only version, but like
Oh man.
now I get it. Now I get
No,
it though. Like,
Well, the thing is, it's because the snippet that people use is just Cardi's part.
That's
yeah.
facts.
So that's why people thought it was a Cardi song, but it isn't. It's a Young Nudie song.
Nudie's,
But no, I would
Nudie's a
love-
bit of an acquired taste, but he's
I would
one of
love
my
to see
favorite
Young
rappers of
Nudie.
this generation.
See,
now,
I'm
like.
not against that at all. I think
Yeah.
that's like amazing. That's like, damn,
Yeah.
bro. GG's for you even thinking
Yeah.
about that.
Low
Wow.
key
That's
also
the-
like. I
that's
think
gonna be
I
the
think
best
I think
answer.
West Side Gun also as well. I think West Side Gun could
You
fit
know-
on some tracks on here
Maybe.
because
I've been thinking about a different West Side, and that's Boogie.
West
I
Side.
feel like
Boogie-
West Side Boogie could have been really, really nice on this.
I kind of see that. Yeah,
Huh.
I like that take. That's a good take right there.
and this is just me biased with like and nostalgia with like Kendrick Lamar, but dude, like Thundercat, Thundercat.
Yeah,
Like,
we actually,
Oh,
I
yeah,
completely
where's
fucking
Moonshine.
forgot.
Thundercat? Weren't they
He's not
working
on
together
this
like
album.
last year or
That
something?
that's crazy. Yeah, he's
Or
not
like
on
very
this album. I
recently
just
they were
thought.
together
I
and
feel like
working
his
on
bass
music.
Damn.
would have low key fit on like United in Grief or something.
Yeah,
Or
like, that's what I was thinking. Thundercat on United in Grief.
maybe even Worldwide Steppers, like he could fit in there because the beat's not super like it's not necessary for it to be that exact sound. Like we could have had some like cool like Thundercat action in there like
Oh
somewhere.
shit, bro.
Also,
I,
Tony,
yeah,
so
what's up?
you had like you weren't a big fan of Summer Walker on
Yeah,
what's the song called Purple Hearts, right?
Purple Hearts. Yeah.
Yeah. Um, who would rather who like which singer or vocalist would you rather have do her part?
Um, low key, I don't know if she'd fit it. But like the first thing that came to mind was like a Solange, but I don't think Solange would fit. I don't see
Mm,
Solange sliding on
Yeah.
there.
nah.
Nah, I
Dude,
really don't.
I
I don't
think
know
this
who
is
could replace her, and that like I said, she's not bad. She's good. It's just she's the weakest for me.
I
She's
feel
just
that.
simply the weakest feature.
That's fair.
Okay.
But not. I don't know who I could see on there because Loki, I'm really not tapped into R&B because like modern day R&B, I'm more into like the old school shit.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
I was thinking that again, high bias.
hmm
Georgia Smith could have done incredible things on that song.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys are
I
tapped
don't, bro.
into Georgia.
I'm gonna keep it 100. I don't know who that is.
You don't know Georgia. Have you heard
Georgia
the Black
Smith?
Panther? Have
What?
you heard the
Georgia
Black Panther
Smith?
soundtrack?
Georgia interlude, bro?
Bruh.
That's
When
like
you
your
said
favorite
Georgia,
song of all
bruh,
time, Anthony.
I literally listen. I live
Bro.
in Georgia, so when you said Georgia, I was like Georgia.
Oh,
I was like, what?
Bro,
Yeah,
Georgia.
I think it's
Yeah,
isn't
Bro,
it Yorga?
get it
Isn't it
together.
Yorga Smith? Isn't it
See,
Yorga
No, it's
Smith?
like
Yorga?
Yorga, bro. No.
I'm pretty
Oh,
sure it's
She's not like
Georgia.
Icelandic, bro. Like she's like
oh, bruh.
She's
Okay.
I'm
British.
pretty
That's
sure
all I
it's
know.
Georgia, bro.
I've been
It's
saying
Georgia.
Yorga this entire time,
Yorga,
bruh.
Yorga interlude.
Okay, no, okay. That is someone who I could see actually. So that's a
Yeah,
good. That's
yeah.
good right there. I fucking yeah. Yeah. No,
That's funny, bro.
that's a
That's
good take.
silly,
I'm
bro.
so, bro. I just had the mat, bro. I look
You
so
learn something new every day, bro.
Yeah,
It's all
exactly.
good.
No, actually, low key, like I wouldn't mind seeing Amanda Reifer also replace Summer Walker on there too. I love Amanda. She's easily like probably the second best feature for me. I fucking
Have you
love
heard
her
any
shit.
like does she have any music other
No, I haven't
than
heard anything from her. She does have a
okay,
lot of music, but like
okay.
I just haven't heard anything from her.
I want to check her stuff out, man.
Yeah, I
'Cause
want
Yeah.
to too,
Very
because her
deserving.
voice on there is just cool as fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It just fits so
it's
well.
gorgeous. But okay, I think we kind of need to move on, low key. So let me know,
All right.
SK bro. Give me your top three.
Top 3 songs.
Top three songs, bro.
All right, man.
As best as you can. It doesn't have to be definitive. We know probably in a month's time it'll be
For
different.
sure,
But
for
like,
sure. I know it's probably going to change next week, but
Yeah.
I mean, Father Time
mhm.
number 1. Oh, damn. I want to say Mother Art Sober
Okay,
number 2, and then Count Me Out.
okay. Vaughn, bro, give me your top three.
Mother I Sober,
Okay.
Hit Me Hard,
hmm
United in Grief, and Mirror. I wanted
Mirror's
to
a good
mention just like the bookends of this album. The intro and outro are just perfect. Like the way he starts them off. I've been going through something is the first line, and then the last line. I just wanted to say this because it's like my favorite part of the album. Sorry I didn't save the world, my friend. I was too busy building mine again. It just sums up the theme so perfectly. And then I choose me. I'm sorry. Like beautiful
Yeah.
moment, dude. I love
No,
that
it is
song.
beautiful. Yeah. All right, my top three. I'm coming in. I'm about to look like Weenie Hut Junior's up in here, bro. Like I'm. Okay, my top three. Give me Silent Hill
Yeah.
featuring Kodak Black. Which actually I just want to point out on Rate Your Music, I can see the track ratings, and it's the lowest one.
It's the lowest
It's
one.
the
Well,
low.
Well,
I mean, that's
Rich
just
Spirit,
crazy
Rich
because-
Spirit's
Well,
tied with it.
Rich
But-
Spirit and Rich Interlude, which is like crazy to me how
both of
Silent
those
Hill
songs
could
are
be lowest.
fucking amazing to me.
Yeah. Then I'm gonna take Father Time. SK
Yeah.
SK is definitely onto someone with Father
Mhm.
Time. I absolutely love that track. And then I'm taking United in Grief. That honestly might be his best intro. I'm not gonna lie. That might be his best intro.
Best
If you
intro?
if you count
Wesley-
DNA
Wes-
as the intro instead of Blood, that's my favorite.
Nah, come on.
mean, nah.
Mm.
No, you can't count it as an intro. Blood is the intro.
Okay, fine, yeah. Then
Bro,
Wesley's Theory is still better.
United and Wesley's Theory? Come on, man.
It might
Wesley's
be-
Theory. is
it
really
might be
close.
better than Shireen though. It might be better
Yeah.
than Shireen. It's even
Yeah.
though
I
it's
can
like
feel
close
that.
for me because I love all his intros. Like they're all amazing to me. But
Yeah.
How
No,
about fuck your ethnicity? That's another
I
one.
think that's like comfortably last, even though I still love it.
Comfortably Love.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
love that song. I love
I
that song,
personally
but
love that song. Like
yeah,
Mhm.
that one's a great intro. But I guess we can
I
all
think
agree
it's a
that
great
Kendrick is
intro too.
underrated with his intros. And
Yeah, and then yeah, like oh yeah, okay. That's my top three. I thought I didn't say the rest of it, but I did. But
I
yeah,
also
no,
had
like
what's
what's up?
I didn't mean to cut you off again, but my
Nah,
bad.
go ahead, bro.
But
Go ahead.
I wanted to bring up another point. Remember
Mhm.
how when he put on his the website the picture of him holding the two discs and the book,
Yeah,
do you think the book has any significance or he will do
bro.
something
I
with that?
I was I
I
was
haven't
gonna
thought about that.
I was gonna bring that up honestly because I was like, what do y'all think, Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers? Like, who is Mr. Morale? Who are the Big Steppers, bro? Like, I really can't even tell.
I
I'm
have no
honestly,
idea right
I
now.
I think I just need to wait till some dude who thinks
Well,
his two
the
cents really
Big
matters
Steppers, I
drops his
think the
opinion.
Big Steppers is kind of like the cancel culture side of this album. I don't want to make that a big thing because I don't think it's deeper than that. And just
Yeah,
saying cancel culture is just gonna make people say like, oh, Kendrick is
it's just
like,
yeah, it's just
yeah,
kind of it's low key.
It's
but
just
Yeah,
like
it's
negative
people.
connotation, but
It's stepping around the conversation. I think they said it in one of the songs here. Like it's people
yeah,
like they want to tap dance around the conversation.
yeah,
There's
yeah,
things that they don't want to talk about, but you have to face it
yeah.
sometimes,
I
and
was
that
thinking
feeds into the
because
therapy thing too. And then Mr.
the he
Morale is
got
obviously like morals, just like
yeah.
morality and shit.
It was I forgot which track it is. I can't remember which track, but he got two twins to start tap dancing,
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
like the voice, it's like what you said, like you can't like tap
stop tap
dance
dancing
around
around the
this or stop
conversation.
dance like
It's
so
we cry together.
it's
It's
like
we
this
cry together.
voices in your head or like something like a block that like I think that's what it's like meant to do. Like
Yeah.
it's like an external like voice in your head type thing,
yeah.
Also,
and so
I
you
just wanted
can't
to
like avoid
say
it type shit.
I love on We Cry Together that they start tap dancing. And at first I was like, wait, is that supposed to be the sounds of them having sex, bro? Like I
Yeah,
don't know if that's just me, but like first listen,
yeah.
I didn't know it was the tap dancers, so I thought like
Yeah,
I didn't know what the noise
yeah.
was. So I was saying,
Now, I just
But
want to, speaking of that song, I just want to say Taylor Page did amazing.
yeah.
yeah,
She was like incredible. And do you want to count that as a feature?
yeah,
Would you
Yeah,
guys
definitely,
it's a
count that? You
definitely.
feature,
guys,
but
yeah,
it's not like a verse. Like it's
it's
not
not a
like
verse. Like that's what I
Kendrick,
want to
I'm
It's still
put
pretty
it.
it's
sure
still a
wrote it.
feature. It's someone talking. You know what I'm saying? Like it's definitely a
Yeah,
feature.
she did amazing though. I
Hmm.
mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Incredible.
But well, Vaughn, you just outed yourself to not knowing what sex sounds like. So I
Okay,
mean,
I was
we
just
know you've never had sex. Now
come
we know
on,
you've never
bro.
had
Come
sex,
on,
bro. Like
bro.
that's
Come on,
Damn,
bro.
fuck
come
her
on,
like
bro.
that, but
Bro,
That's
I
fucked
never
up.
heard some back
That's
shots.
fucked
But
up.
okay, we need to move on. Unfortunately, this week, ladies and gentlemen, no Twitter picked album because we are strapped for time. We want to have a little bit of
We'll
conversation,
do it
so we're just gonna talk
next
about
week.
two albums next week. Next week.
Next
All
week.
right. So my bro SK, he picked us a classic album, and the album he picked for us is none other than Modal Soul by Nujabes. Also, by the way, real quick, before I make a fool of myself, was Nujabes always the wrong way to say it?
yeah, I think it's Nujabes, something like that. I've never
Nujabes.
honestly, I don't know how to properly pronounce it. I've had like
Everyone,
I've
I think
been
everyone just chill with
everyone's
Nujabes, so I just call it
yeah.
that. But I've heard some people say
I say
Nujabes, and I'm like,
I
I
don't
don't
think
know.
so.
I
I
don't
think
think
Yeah,
it's
it's New
Nujabes.
Hobbit. If
Nujabes,
anything, it
yeah,
yeah,
might be
something
New
like that.
Jabez, but like,
yeah.
Nujabes, yeah.
But either way, that's what SK picked for us. So
Oh
SK,
yeah.
bro, open it up.
class.
Why is this a classic? What is this to you, bro?
This album is musical serenity to me. Um, I just there is no other work of art that I have consumed that has just like put me like in the most peaceful state of mind. Like when I listen to this album, I mean this is okay, I'm gonna put it in a very corny way,
Hmm.
but this album when I listen to this album, it's more of like so everyone's lives are chaotic, like everyone
Yeah,
has their own shit going on,
Yeah.
and me like so much stuff, and I do it a lot of anxiety, um, and a lot of mental health stuff. And every time, without fail, when I listen to this album, it just calms me down, and it puts me in a headspace where I like it's like I can start thinking like practically. I like make sense of my own thoughts, and it's just like okay, it's like a breather, and like I can't speak for everyone, and I have a lot of bias towards this album, and that's why I picked it. I'm sure not everyone is going to agree with me. I'm sure not a lot of people like feel the same way, but this album is just comfort,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
it's and that's like a lot of the reason why I love it. Musically, it's perfection. Obviously, it's nothing complex. It's nothing like experimental. No, it's just straight to the point, beautiful production. But it's just like the atmosphere that he created with those beats is just something that I don't think will ever be matched. And I don't think I'll ever be able to consume art that like makes me feel the emotions I feel while listening to the album. Um yeah, but the and something I've always wished for was I really want to see rappers rap on those beats that don't have any rapping on them.
Yeah. Like
Like
I think the last four
Sistar, like
tracks.
all of them, like Sistar, Shingo 3, they did great on
Mhm.
the songs they rapped on. But
Yeah.
like Horizon, I feel like I don't know who it is, but there is someone that can make that beat amazing with adding a verse over it. Same with
Yeah.
Worlds and Rhapsody.
Flowers.
It's gonna be difficult.
Flowers.
Flowers as well, but a lot of these beats are not easy to rap on. Like, because
Yeah.
I feel like there need like you need to like step it up a notch because you're either gonna ruin the beat or you're just gonna elevate the beat. Like you can't like it won't because since the way we consume these beats is like through just listening to the instrumentals. We don't really like think about another artist on them. So
Yeah.
it's gonna be like very hard for an artist to put a verse on some of these beats that where it makes it better, you know? And
You
Yeah.
it's
have to have
that
something to
I think
say.
it's
I think.
yeah,
Like
I
Yeah.
think
you
it's
have to
that's
have
like a
something
very
to say.
difficult task. But
Eh,
one day I really want to see someone do it. And I don't
Yeah.
know who it's gonna be, but I just
But
want to see someone
actually,
do it.
low key, I think it's something like those last four tracks, Flowers to Horizon.
Mm,
It's that it's so beautiful to just sit
beautiful.
there and listen to the
Yeah.
instrumentals
Yeah.
and let them
Doesn't need
ride
any
out.
rapping.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
Doesn't.
It
especially because
doesn't at all.
some of those tracks are like damn near house music. Like there's like a house track on here.
Mm,
I forget which one is house, but there is a track that's like house on here. Um, but no, I just want to open it up and start giving my thoughts. I actually never tapped into Moto Soul until maybe 3 months ago. My
mm,
first time ever listening, and I
Hmm.
think SK was because you told me to listen, and I was like, "Fuck it, I'll listen," you know. Because
gotcha.
don't get me wrong, this is like what like is this your favorite or is this like I think it's like either your favorite or top five albums.
Of all
I can't
time?
remember. Modal Soul, yeah,
Top five of all time, yeah.
yeah. There you go. So I listened to this album for the first time at Universal Studios, right? I was just walking around listening to this, and I was on my own the entire time. I could just go do whatever I wanted. If I wanted to go walk around, I could just do whatever. So I would, and I turned on Feather, and then I just started walking around the park, and I was just like in pure bliss. Like it was, SK was right. It was just pure serenity. It was just
Yep.
like these beats are so fucking warm. They're so they feel so full of light, and I absolutely love that. But at the same time, knowing that like he's dead, like it's that Jay Dilla effect. It's that
Yeah.
like
Yep.
these beats are so full of life, and this person isn't even with us. That this is what they have
Yeah.
left behind, and it shows so much to their character. And
Mhm.
fun fact, SK, I don't even know if you know. You probably know, but like, Jay Dilla and Nujabes have the same
Same
birthday.
day, yeah.
Same birthday. That's
Same
fucking
birthday,
Same
crazy.
same
exact
year.
birthday.
Yeah, same birthday, same year. That's so
Insane.
fucking crazy to me. So like two legends were born on the
Glitch in the
same
Right.
day.
Matrix, bro.
And they're in
Yeah.
like the same space, same like
Hmm.
community. Like they did like
Yeah.
Yeah.
Both
and their
pioneers of like
influence is on
lo-fi
the
hip
same
hop.
thing. Like they both
Yep.
influence like the same thing and they're like the
Yeah.
forerunners of that thing that they influence, which is like super crazy. Like
Yeah. No, and
that's like Cardi being born on the day like Pac died. It's like
yeah.
weird as hell. Like how
Yeah.
that happens. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. No, and
Um
then but then when I was continuing to listen, then we get to a track like Ordinary Joe, and that's when I was like, "Oh, this album is about to be insane." Because like
yeah.
Feather is amazing, right? But then I was
Yeah.
like, "Oh, this is like Ordinary Joe is about to be something."
Yeah.
Because I listened to it, and but Terry Callier is just fucking what a gorgeous fucking singer, bro. Like I actually like I tear up one time listening to that song. And I actually
Mhm.
fall asleep to this album a lot because it's just so fucking comforting. Like it just feels like a warm ass hug. That's truly what this album is. I'm listening to these rappers who I've never even heard of,
Yeah.
and they're doing amazing on it. Like
Exactly.
Shingo 2 on the Lovesick, like
Shingo 2 is
oh that
probably
oh
the
Shingo
my
too.
best.
Go
yeah
The
he
best
probably is.
Sister as
Nujabes
well.
core rapper.
Yeah,
Sister
Loki.
is amazing.
Yeah,
Ordinary Joe
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
they all do great. Yeah.
They all did
Low key,
amazing.
I might put the sign Pace Rock next to Shingo too because I love the sign because that's actually like a crazy track. Like that's actually like talking about America and its issues, which is interesting considering that
Is
Nujabes is
is
someone who's kind of
Japanese. Yeah.
yeah he's Japanese. He's detached from that.
It's like a foreigner's perspective on the problems
Mm,
of our country, and that's a
yeah,
really great perspective because we can't, being Americans, we can't like fully see that, you know. So it's really
yeah.
cool to see the
Yeah.
perspective of
No,
someone who's like on the
yeah.
outside.
No, but actually, like though, I lived in Germany for quite some time, and like a lot of the things that he was saying on that track were like a lot of the sentiments that like Europeans that I lived around talked about America. So it was just like really interesting. It like brought me back to like making me think about those sentiments and stuff like that. But no,
Gotcha.
like truly like tracks like World's End Rhapsody and I actually love Sea of Cloud. Sea of
Sea
Cloud,
of Cloud is beautiful, man.
like the instrumental, bro, like I don't know what this man was doing, but it was so fucking beautiful, and it just blows me away every single time I listen. And it definitely is just by far one of my favorite albums ever. And it's just like I need to get it on CD. Like I need it immediately.
I need
This
to
feels like an
watch
album
it.
that I would want on CD more than I want on vinyl. I've been kind of picky and choosy because I have like a growing CD collection, but I would definitely want this on CD, low key. But Vaughn, I want to know, bro, what do you think? Cause I remember what was it? We were talking about Nujabes and I think you were like, yeah, I haven't tapped in this album in a while. Am I correct on that?
Um, yeah, I mean, I definitely, I don't listen to him like all the time, but I
Mm.
have been tapped into Nujabes for years now.
Yeah.
Since I saw the anime Samurai Champloo, which is like
I still
amazing.
haven't seen it. I still don't.
The
I have yet to listen to the soundtrack. I've
the
only listened to what's the song, the aria or whatever. What's the flying
Aurarian dance.
Agrarian
That
dance? There you go.
that is my favorite Nujabes beat. That is one of my favorite songs of all time. That shit
Um,
is like so emotional to me. But this album definitely reaches a similar level with like songs like Reflection Eternal and just like
yeah.
Lovesick Part 3. The beat is just like it's so, I don't know, like what he
Hmm.
did to it, like what magic he put into it, cuz I know the beats on here aren't like super complex. Like there's not like a lot of like chops or anything, but
Yeah.
it like just the layers of sounds that he puts on it is just like perfect. Like it's just it
They're
is like a
effective.
hug.
Yeah,
It is
they're
like a hug.
effective. Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, the rappers I think do their thing. That's a common criticism with Nujabes albums, is that the rappers are just not special and they don't stand out. And I can see it because they don't really like stand out. They're not the highlight of the track.
Oh,
Nujabes
for
is the
sure.
highlight of the track. I
Yeah.
mean, they're not
But they
supposed
do
to
it
be,
justice.
they're not supposed to take over the and hijack the track, but they do it
It's
justice, like you said.
Yeah. No, it actually it reminds me of something Kanye said one time. He was like, I'm not supposed to be the standout. I'm just simply another instrument. He says my voice is an instrument. And that's what
Yeah,
it reminds me of.
yeah,
Yeah.
Like these
yeah,
rappers
for
Yeah.
are
sure.
coming on and they're rapping and they're there
And
to heighten the track, but they're
they're
not
adding
supposed to be
their
the takeaway.
they're adding
Yeah.
their tone of voice to the track. They're adding their flow.
Mhm.
They're adding their lyrics. Like
Yeah.
it's not anything mind blowing. Like they're not the best rappers in the world,
Right.
but it just suits the vibe so well. And they are really
Yeah.
good rappers. And just the production's just beautiful throughout the whole thing. And honestly, like I think I like the just solo instrumental songs on average more than the rapping songs, because it
That's fair.
just is such a
Yeah.
beautiful
No, that's so
like
fair.
vibe, like especially like those last four tracks. I love
Yeah.
Wait,
the way the
Vaughn,
album closes.
I missed it, but what did you say? Like towards the beginning was your favorite beat by him?
Agrarian dance. I'm still not
Yeah.
100% sure that's how to say it, but
Nah.
off of the
Yeah.
Samurai Champloo soundtrack, which is
Yeah.
how I found
Because
him.
that's how I found him too. It
Yeah,
was a few years ago. I was watching the anime, and that was the first song by him that I actually like fell in love with. And
yeah,
I have both the impression and um whatever the
and
fuck the
yeah,
other one's
I know
called.
the other one. Yeah.
Yeah, I have them both
Um,
like on local files type shit. Like
yeah, same.
that soundtrack, best soundtrack of all time to
Yeah.
It's
anything, in my
I don't
opinion.
I need to re-listen to the whole soundtrack, but definitely Nujabe's side is like
Yeah,
fantastic.
I think Fat John's part wasn't as like up to his
It's not
standard,
the same
but
exact vibe, but there's
yeah,
still like pretty cool beats.
yeah,
But
Yeah.
for sure.
I don't
I
know.
want
Nujabe's is a goat for sure.
yeah,
Right.
no, he definitely is. I
I
wanted to bring
think
some
Modal Soul. Sorry, yeah, you go ahead. Yeah.
No, finish your thought. Finish your thought, bro.
I was just gonna say, like, a lot of people hold Modal Soul to kind of an untouchable level, but honestly, I'll put metaphorical music on a similar level. I love that album as well. It's
Yeah, I listened to that
beautiful.
one, but I think after listening to this one, like I definitely need to re-listen to Metaphorical
Yeah,
Music because that was
I
the first one I heard, and then I never listened to Modal Soul. But I'm so glad I listened to Modal Soul because it truly is like, to me, it's almost like a breath of fresh air because with jazz rap, the like a majority of the jazz rap I consume is very like abrasive jazz, like the Gat by Mac Homie with these like almost screeching
Oh,
saxophones and a
yeah,
lot
I wouldn't
like
even call that jazz rap, honestly. Like
like
for
like
like
Griselda
first thing that comes
esque.
ahead.
Yeah, Griselda-esque production. It's very jazzy at times. But it's almost like it's a little bit more abrasive, and a little bit more dark. But when I listened to this was like, oh shit! Like jazz rap can be super fucking warm and
this
super
is
happy.
like Tribe Called Quest.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
and to be
sort
fair,
of
Loki, that's the one hip hop group I've just not listened to a lot of. I've only listened to
Bro,
really
Low End Theory.
you need to
that's
tap
like
in.
my favorite. Some
I
of my
need to,
favorite
yeah.
music like of all
My
time.
Yeah,
Music
yeah,
that
same.
my dad
Same.
never put me onto a Tribe Called Quest. He doesn't really listen to him, and so
yeah.
I never really got around to him.
Well, we'll put you
So
on, bro. You got
yeah,
all right. So you gotta listen to Beats, Rhymes, and Life.
okay.
Just just listen to Beats, Rhymes, and Life.
Really?
I've
That's
listened to
like that.
Low End
That's my
Theory.
Honestly,
personal favorite, and
that's like
I know it's a hot take, but
yeah.
I think once you hear that album and you haven't consumed much else of their work, like I feel like what if that album clicks for you, then your experience with his other albums are going to be like much better. Even though I personally think that's their best, but
I
like
think every
say
Tribe album is great, but like
yeah,
that's
yeah.
that Love Movement and Beats and Rhymes are like just like a slight level below the other ones for me.
I
Even though
feel
I
yeah,
really
no,
enjoy
for
them, but
sure, I
like
feel that.
yeah,
I just think some of the tracks like the Hop is
the
just
Hop
it's
is
just
fire.
Hop is just like all time, bro.
So that's a
But
classic.
speaking of, I just wanted to flex real quick. My pride and joy. That's my
Oh,
Bro,
baby
is
right
it
here.
rare on vinyl? Is it rare?
It's not rare per se, but it's only pressed in Japan, so getting it in
Oh,
America is a
yeah. So it's
bit
a Japanese
pricey.
pressing. Yeah.
So this is the most I've ever spent on a
hmm
record, and
SK,
it's like
bro.
I don't know, but it's my pride,
No,
my
that is beautiful.
pride and joy.
I do got
beautiful.
gems like that actually. Like literally, I was gonna bring it up right here, and this brings me into what I was gonna talk about. Do you know who Haruka Nakamura is?
I love Haruka Nakamura, bro.
Yes.
Yes, bro. Have you listened to the Nujabes classical cover album? He released an album called Prayer
Yeah.
Reflections, and it's a bunch of he like does a classical version of like Feather and stuff like that,
Yeah,
and
he does
a bunch of his
he does
biggest tracks.
classical versions of like a lot of the songs
Yes,
on
because
Modal
he
Soul and
worked
Metaphorical
yeah
Music.
because he
And
worked with him
honestly,
on the
listening
Oh
to
shit!
that album is absolutely beautiful, and it
Is it
actually
this?
strengthened my yeah.
yeah that's
Yeah.
it.
Holy,
Yes,
I
he
It
did
released
not
even
know
made
this.
me
this was
like Modal Soul even more and
dude.
made me
Because
appreciate
Yes.
their
I
melodies and
absolutely
stuff.
love Melodica by Haruka Nakamura. I
Mm.
Yeah,
love that album.
Melodica is
I'm
beautiful.
gonna damn, bro. I didn't know this was existed.
Yes,
Holy
no, well,
shit!
the thing is, it
Yeah.
just came out, and like the CD is barely still being put out and stuff like that. Like,
Holy shit!
yeah, no, like I'm telling you, Haruka Nakamura has worked with him so often, and
Yeah.
Haruka's like probably my favorite pianist and one of my favorite artists, hands down.
Have you
Um,
guys heard uh fuck, what's his name, bro?
what is his name?
Hold up, I'm gonna find it. One sec. My bad.
Yeah,
Continue.
no, no, but like I definitely
Yeah.
like when me and Vaughn were listening to that late night, I was like, bro, I was getting ready to cry, like Haruka
Yeah,
Nakamura,
it was beautiful,
Yeah.
bro.
because like when you go into his website and you read about like how he felt about Nujabes, like damn, like that was like that dude was almost like a brother to him,
It's
like
like
For
very
it's
sure.
like
close. Yeah,
Madlib to Dilla,
Yeah.
like
yeah, yeah, like what
another
Madlib is to Dilla.
I
Yeah,
similar.
was gonna
exactly.
say to top off that big three, Uyama Hiroto. Like it's them three. We're
I'm not
Oh
like
yeah,
familiar.
we're
I'm not
like
familiar.
okay. Have you heard like Freeform Jazz, the son of the
yeah,
sun,
yeah. Freeform
freedom of the
Jazz.
sun?
hmm
He's more jazz than hip hop,
Got
but
you.
um his shit is amazing.
All right,
Yeah,
yeah.
Vaughn. He did the he's on track 10 on Modal Soul, and then I think he did
Oh,
keyboards. It doesn't it doesn't tell me what he's credited on keyboards. Never mind. Okay, well that's unfortunate. But yeah,
okay.
yeah, he's coolish. I like Yama Hiroto, but I just wanted to bring that up because I was like, I knew you love Nujabes, and I was like, you need to listen to that project because it's like
I did not
these
know that
classical
came out though. Thank
renditions.
you.
Yeah, no, that these classical
Yeah,
renditions are fucking beautiful. And if anything,
But
you should also listen to Twilight because it's beautiful as fuck.
all
I
right,
gotta
but
listen to that
Yeah,
too.
Yeah, no, I absolutely love Haruka, and that's the thing. I love that Nujabes just blends all these sounds, these three sounds of hip hop, jazz, and classical so well
Yes.
together. Like
Yeah.
it just works so well. And like I said, I think the highlight of that is of where it's being done best is Lovesick Part 3. Because not only is that kind of actually like pretty jazzy, hip hop oriented, like those drums sound something straight out of a boom bap
Right.
beat, and then you have that beautiful piano going on in the fucking background, and it's like it's just
Yeah.
it gives you
What's
such
y'all's
a it's so euphoric almost. But what's up?
yeah? What's y'all's favorite Lovesick like parts
I
from
actually
the
I've
I need to
actually only
re-listen
listened.
to them. I
Yeah,
haven't listened in a
right?
while.
I know that
I
there's a
don't know.
Lovesick like project that he put out basically
Yeah,
that's all of
Lovesick
them.
Hexology.
Yeah, Lovesick.
Yeah.
I need to listen to it, but yeah, I've only listened to I think three and maybe two.
You should
Um,
listen to bro. Lovesick Part 4 is my favorite. Like
Okay.
top three Nujabes
yeah.
instrumental. Like
Okay.
holy
Yeah.
shit.
Honestly, I'm gonna go down like the Nujabes hole now and just
Hell
listen to
yeah.
like most of it because like Moto really like
Bro, please watch Samurai Champloo because that'll give you more of an
Yes, dude.
appreciation. It's
I
just
think I
also it's
think
just one of the best shows
We
I've ever
should we should
watched.
yeah.
actually watch that together
Low
because
key,
it's been
Vaughn,
like
I
years.
think I was gonna watch it tonight, low key, because like I'm staying up late tonight, so I'm gonna watch Better Call Saul
Fire.
tonight, and then I'm probably gonna watch
Oh,
the first episode of Samurai
Samurai
Champloo.
Champloo,
uh,
bro.
it
Yeah,
starts a
It's a great
little
show.
slow, bro. Like I'm not
I
gonna
don't mind,
lie.
bro.
The
I
first like
literally
three
watch One
episodes.
Piece, bro. I watch
Oh,
The
One
okay.
also
Piece. I don't
If
gotta
you
the
watch
watch
theme
that.
One Piece,
song,
then you're ready for anything.
Yeah, yeah.
the
What you say?
opening of Samurai Champloo is another one of my favorite Nujabes songs, just because like
Facts, yeah,
Yeah.
just iconic, dude. I love
No,
that song.
but
very
I absolutely
iconic.
love Nujabes, and I love actually I've been watching him because a recent listening trend of mine has just been watching Boiler Rooms, which are just these like under like sets performed by DJs and all
Okay.
kind of like hip hop artists.
Oh,
And
okay, okay,
Nujabes
okay.
doesn't have one that I know
Have
of,
you?
but like I've seen live performances of
Yeah.
him just playing, and
Have
it's
you seen
beautiful.
that picture where he's like DJing like a little function in like
Yeah, like a
in like
little
a bar
bar. Yeah,
room?
that's a
In a bar,
classic
yeah,
photo. Yeah.
classic video, bro. Like that shit's
Yeah. No,
amazing.
no, that reminds me of just going to give a shout out of a legendary set performed by Todd Edwards, his first ever set. Reminds me of that kind of vibes, you know
Yes.
what I'm saying?
Is it time to shout out Todd Edwards?
Nah, not yet, not yet. It's not time to shout
Okay.
out Todd Edwards. We'll get there soon. But yeah, no, I absolutely love this project, and I think I don't know, bro. I just can't think of an album like with hip hop beats that are just more beautiful than some tracks like Feather, like I said, Lovesick Part 3.
Yeah.
And I think that's something that honestly, I'm gonna be real, if I did not listen to this at like Universal walking around, maybe my experience with it wouldn't be as so high. Because another album that I hold so dearly to me, and it just it always gives me a sense like listening to that album, I can like picture where I was, is Call Me If You Get Lost.
Mm,
It was summer.
Yeah.
I was at fucking Disney World when the album dropped. I was sitting there in like the cabin listening to that, and then the next day, all I did was just walk around and listen
right.
to it, and it was
I
like
remember
so beautiful.
I remember you were telling me when a week before the album came out, we were talking.
Yeah,
You're like, yeah, bro, I'm about to listen to it for the first time in Disney, and I'm like, bro, you're so lucky. Like that's gonna be amazing.
yeah,
And
yeah, no,
of course, and obviously it was amazing. So yeah, nah,
yeah,
like setting matters a lot more than,
Yeah.
yeah,
and I don't really think about it as much, bro. But like setting really just plays a huge factor.
yeah,
I know from experience, like you're not gonna like an album or appreciate the details of it as much if you're just listening in your room or like the place you usually listen to shit. Like if you
yeah.
go outside on a bike ride or go to a different location or if you're at Disney World, like it's gonna be a unique experience.
Yeah, and I'm fortunate because like my parents don't really care when I get to Disney what I do because we go a lot. So I'll just throw on certain albums, and like another album that I played the fuck out of right next to Call Me If You Get Lost was Hitler Wears Hermes 8 Side A,
Oh yeah,
and
bro,
that album is beautiful to just
amazing.
walk around to.
Do you like it more
Yeah.
than Side B?
Yes, I like it more than I've
Yeah.
always been a Side A, like I've always been Team Side A.
Dude, when
And
Side B dropped, I was like, nah, this is clear. But as of recently, I think
no, Side,
Side A was underrated when it came out, but
yeah,
like
Yeah.
Margella Split Toes is my
Marginal
favorite
Split
West Side
Toes
Gun
is
song. Yes,
insane,
that
bro.
no, and that's what I
Oh
was talking
my.
about when I was talking about like darker jazzy type beats and then
Yeah.
talking because that
It's
is
like
like
that
a
dusty ass shit. Like that
hmm
shit it just hits
yeah,
different.
yes, exactly. And this is a different kind of dusty where it's like fucking
Yeah.
like bright dusty to me and it's
Yeah.
like yeah, no, I absolutely love
Bro.
like I'm telling you, bro, SK, if you ever go to a theme park, like if you're by yourself, I know that's a rare occasion to go to a theme park by yourself,
Mm,
but if you are, throw
bet,
on an album you love, bro, and
bet.
like
I'm
it's
definitely gonna do that.
insane.
Oh, I
Yeah.
just want to shout out, like, bruh. thank you for saying Margiela Split Toes, because I'd never see
Yes.
anyone talk about that song. Like,
That's
I
my
love
favorite
that
West
song.
Side Gun song.
Dude, that's
I
like
listen
top
to it
5, bro.
all
I
the
don't care.
time.
It's amazing.
Yes,
It's
bro.
fucking
Yes.
amazing.
Yes, it is fucking insane. I
Also,
love that beat.
do you live like in Orlando or near it? Is that why you're in Disney so often?
No, I don't. I live like 5 hours and we go down there a lot because
Oh,
like
okay.
we're big. We're a Disney family. I'm trying to find my wallet. I don't know, but I got my annual passes in there.
Disney family.
Yeah, yeah.
Disney
You see,
family.
no, I'm for real, bro. We go like at least like 4 times like a year.
That's
We're
awesome, bro.
You
merchants.
see, like I got my
Yeah,
annual
yeah,
passes. I go
yeah.
all the time because we love it there, and like bro, like I'll go on Space Mountain wearing my headphones, listening
Bro,
to
are you
music.
sponsored by Disney, bro?
I'm not I wish I was, bro. I wish I
We go
was.
all the time. We
We
absolutely
see
love it
the
there.
thing is the thing is when I go, like I'm not like I don't ever buy anything from a gift shop. I don't
Yeah,
ever go take
yeah.
a photo. I just
Yeah.
go and I just
You
walk
just go.
around.
Yeah, I feel
And
that.
I'll watch people. Like it's fun to just observe people. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
lie. Like
Mhm.
it's like window shopping for me.
That's
So
true.
Dude,
Like theme parks are definitely
I
like
feel like
good.
people who go to theme park, when I'm in a theme park, everyone around me is not a real person. I feel like everyone is just an
yeah, no,
NPC. I
that's the
don't
thing.
care.
When you are wearing headphones, that's like a power play. Like you at a
Yeah,
theme park supposed to be
yeah,
hanging out with your family and wearing headphones, and so you just like it just bro, you feel like the main character. Like that's the
yeah.
fun part
The
about it.
sunglasses
Like,
on.
it's like the same
With
shit,
this,
like
yeah,
walking
I
around
Is
wear
that's
my
screaming
like
and
a it's
screaming.
like
yes,
American Psycho.
yes, bro. I wear my sunglasses walking around. Like you know what I'm saying. Like I'm catch me out here at Disney wearing these sunglasses.
Oh
Like
yeah.
I do not play.
The
I
Travis Scott
absolutely yeah.
shirt.
Yes, and the Travis. Yes, bro. You know I gotta wear
That's
my
great.
Travis
The
shirt, bro. Like
Cactus
don't
Jack.
play. But yeah, no, like going back to Nujabes, bro. Like I'm so glad I listened to this at Universal because and I think that's the moral of the story. Like if you're gonna listen to an album that you've been waiting for, listen to it in somewhere nice. Don't just sit in your
For
room.
sure.
If you listen to seven albums in a day, bro, like you are doing yourself
Go
like
outside. Go
nah.
No, you're
Come
outside.
not
on,
doing yourself
go
any
outside.
favors. I don't.
Yeah,
I used to do that, bro. Like when, like over quarantine,
I
I would
did
just try to
too. I
consume
was
as much
bad about
music
it.
as I
Quarantine
Yeah,
could.
was
I'm just like,
different. Yeah.
I'm not
yeah,
really consuming this. I'm listening, but I'm not like
Yeah, exactly.
nothing like sticking because it's
yeah,
like over. It's just over too much. Like you,
yeah.
I can't like I do a lot of first listens, but like I gotta do like one every day or two. Like
yeah,
it's like
yeah,
not anything too extreme because like you
bro.
need time. You need time to
My
digest
worst
it.
experience with that was I think. I mean, I don't want to say like it was bad, but I listened to Kami's entire discography in like probably like 20 hours
Oh my God,
or like
really?
however something like that. It took 2 days.
Okay, that
The
kind of
whole
stuff is
entire
like
thing.
it's
I was
so
just like,
extreme. It's fun, but
it's
then like
fun, but I was just like,
afterwards,
it wasn't worth
like
it.
a week after, you're not gonna remember like like
Exactly. So
three
I don't
fourths
Yeah,
of
like
the
doing
album.
that. So
bro,
Yeah.
I didn't tap into another Makami like I listened to the GAT and I didn't tap into another Makami project until like months later. So I
damn,
was
Mhm.
just that's all I had with
yeah,
Makami and I was so happy because the
yeah.
GAT's beautiful.
Yeah.
Like no, and honestly, bro, like jazz rap, like when I like it's just one of those discussions that like it's pointless but it's fun. Like low key jazz rap might be like top 3 hip hop genres for me.
Bro, I
Yeah.
can't believe you're saying that and you haven't tapped into Tribe because they're like
Yeah,
the
no,
best
Oh, that's the
jazz
yeah,
thing.
rap.
Yeah. In
exactly.
fact,
That's
if you
Yeah,
love jazz rap like that
that
already,
they are
Tribe
jazz
is
Yeah.
rap.
like
Like
Tribe is like the most iconic
I
jazz
know,
rap
yeah,
I
thing.
know
So
they
it's just
literally
like
I think they have like the number one jazz rap. No, it's To Pimp a Butterfly.
Tribe.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
but
the
I
second.
would.
yeah,
Isn't it low end and like Midnight Marauders and like
And then we got it from here. It's literally
yeah.
so
yeah,
it's To Pimp
It's
a Butterfly, and then the next 3 projects are
deserved,
like
I
Tribe Called
tried.
deserved.
Quest.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, no, but like, yeah, I love jazz rap. Low key, like, I think if there's any contender for jazz rap for that number 3 spot, it might be like Memphis rap. So I mean, those are two powerhouses of genres. But
What's your favorite like subgenre? Like, oh, hip
I
hop.
think low key, I don't know if it counts, but like drumless, I guess,
Okay.
because drumless and jazz rap go hand in
Drumless
hand.
is awesome.
So at this
Alchemist
point,
kind of
Drumless
carries
is
drumless,
awesome.
but
Yeah.
like I'm just
yeah,
Drumless,
well,
drumless hip hop is really
yeah.
awesome. Like
it's
fucking
yeah.
my the
Or
first thing that came
whatever.
into mind, Billy Woods. Just
Yeah, or
he
honestly,
does that
low-key, my
well.
favorite hip hop genre is the rager genre. I'm a big rager. I'm a
So
big rager.
like what? Like Travis?
Yeah,
Rager,
Like
Travis.
Cardi?
Rager.
Like
Nah,
Cardi?
just
Or just
Travis.
Travis? Just Travis.
Travis.
Hell
Just
yeah.
that's my favorite hip
Hell
hop
yeah.
genre. Rager.
Or
Rager.
just Rager.
Yeah. Are you excited
I
for
fuck with that.
Utopia?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I cannot wait.
What do you think about Lost Forever? That
What?
Travis song?
Which one?
The one with James
It's the
Blake
one with
and West Side Gun?
Gun. Yeah.
This
Bro,
dude.
if you haven't heard
Oh
that,
wait,
you
wait.
need
Was
to.
that like the snippet that was like going around like last year at like the fashion show or something?
They
Yeah,
played the entire
yeah, they
track in
played the
full,
whole song
and then
like
Travis
as
was
its
at the
song.
Billboard Awards literally last night, and he
Oh, he
performed
did a
it.
new one. No, I have not heard the one from last night, but I know what you're talking about with West Side Gun now.
Listen,
Yeah,
bro, that like
That
that,
song is incredible, dude.
yeah.
If
like
that's like
honestly,
any indicator, then Utopia might be like the best Travis album.
if we don't have anyone else coming on for when Utopia drops, because Travis confirmed it's dropping this year,
Okay.
like, bro, we bringing you back on. I
I'm
need you
so
on to
down.
talk
I'm
Travis,
so
bro.
down.
Like I need
fire.
I'll talk
we're
Travis
talking
anytime of the
Utopia,
week,
we're
bro.
talking Astroworld, bro. Like I'm Astroworld is like still one of my favorite hip hop
You two
albums
are
ever.
like
Yeah, me
Better
bro,
than
Travis
better than
demons.
Rodeo for me,
Dude,
like
not even
yes.
that. Astroworld is one of my favorite albums of all time. Period. I don't
Yes,
care
I
about
agree.
genre, like
Yes.
period, bro. Like
No,
Yeah.
you are
if
right.
you actually like that, if you guys don't have anyone to come on for when that drops,
Yeah.
please hit me up.
Bro, literally
I'll be
literally
so down.
the first concert I went to was the Astroworld tour, and I
Yeah.
got flashed there, bro. Like I saw my first pair of boobs there at
Yeah,
like I was
that
14, bro.
that
Like
was my second concert in 2018, and that was like my first like real mosh pit, bro.
yeah,
In
bro.
2018, I
Wow.
was a sophomore in high school and something like that. Sophomore, and I was skinny and short, and I was in this mosh pit while people were going crazy to like sicko mode and
Yeah.
like all these tracks. I was just like,
y-
this
Yeah.
doesn't feel like real life. It was like an out of body experience, but
I need to get
No,
to a Travis concert for the next
bro,
tour.
yes, Vaughn,
you
we gotta
need to,
go.
Yeah.
bro.
We gotta go, bro.
Travis concerts are just different, bro.
No,
Yeah.
they are, and it's unfortunate with the whole Astroworld scenario. I don't even want to touch on that, but it is really unfortunate that's happened. Cause like,
Oh yeah,
I really hope it doesn't hurt how big his performances are because they're so grandiose, and that's what makes him so fucking special. He's like the best hip hop performer right now for
yeah,
me personally.
yeah,
But
for
yeah,
sure.
no, like I think it's
That
time
was a
we've
travesty.
gone way
We
far
yeah
off.
we never
Oh,
did
yeah.
top 3 tracks, bro.
Yeah, we no, we're about to bring it. So Vaughn, bro, give me, or actually SK, bro, let's start off. Give
Yeah,
me your
yeah.
top three, bro. Give me your top three
On
on Modal Soul.
oh, okay. Sorry.
I mean,
Um,
if you want to give me your top three on Astroworld, go ahead. I don't really care.
Okay, so for Modal Soul, it's definitely World's End Rhapsody's number one.
Okay.
Um, I'd probably say Reflection Eternal for number two,
Okay.
and then Hot
Yes.
Take Horizon is number three.
Ooh,
Horizon,
That's a
like
good pick.
almost 10 minutes of like just like perfection.
Yeah.
I
Vaughn,
can
bro.
listen. Amazing.
Oh no, I'm sorry, SK, bro. I'm sorry. My bad.
No, you're good, bro. I was just
Okay.
gonna say like I can listen to that whenever and wherever, and I'll
No,
never be
I
disappointed.
definitely agree. I fall asleep to this album a lot. It's just
Yeah,
so
it's very
beautiful.
soothing.
Vaughn, bro, give me your top three.
Reflection Eternal
Mhm.
is emotional song for me, bro.
Yeah.
That shit, like tearing up a little bit. And other than that, Lovesick Part 3 and Feather are just like, I don't know. the
Yeah.
beats.
Where would you put World's End Rhapsody on?
Maybe like fifth. I think I would go like Flowers and then that. I think. Maybe.
Alright. My bad.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful
Okay.
song too.
For me,
For sure.
give me my favorite track is Lovesick Part 3.
Yeah.
Then I'm gonna have to go Sea of Cloud, number
Okay.
2. That track is just fucking beautiful. And then low key Ordinary Joe. Like I absolutely love
I
his
thought that would be your favorite.
Ordinary
'Cause you
Joe
talk
is a
about that
great-
song all the time.
great
Yeah,
track.
no, it's just the way he hops on. It almost sounds to me. It's really weird. I have a really weird kind of imagery about it. Like the way he kind of hops on and he's like almost a little bit offbeat. Like it sounds like he's like stumbling on to the beat and then he just fucking lets out this beautiful fucking like, oh my god, like
Yeah.
it's so gorgeous. Ordinary Joe is so special to me. But yeah, no, ladies and gentlemen, we have had quite the discussion about music, have we not?
Yeah.
Longest episode by far.
I
Actually.
yeah, I think it is, and
I didn't even
And
realize
we
it went
didn't
on this
even get
song,
to
bro.
all 3
we
albums.
yeah, we
Yeah.
didn't
That's the
discuss the
crazy
third one just because we're a little bit strapped on time.
Kendrick.
But
Thank God.
yeah,
My public image is saved today.
your public image has been over, bro. Like you're like, come on,
That's
come on, bro.
facts.
Like,
That's facts.
okay, no, okay. Actually, ask you, bro. I want to talk about it. Like, we can just go into, bro. Like the intro. Like, if you were watching this and you were an SK hater or just an SK fan, please, bro. The intro bit needs to die. That is the most. Whenever I see someone post intro scrabbles, bro, I get so upset. Like,
Dude,
I'm like,
I
this
can't
joke
even,
is
like-
years old now
Dude.
at this point.
I can't even like begin with that shit because like, yeah, my mistake because I put on like I had it on repeat. This is what happened, right? I was laying in bed. I was just very tired. Like I was about to like pass out any second. I was like, all right, I'm just gonna listen to music until I put it on. And what my car does, every time my phone disconnects from my car, the replay button's on,
Mhm,
like the repeat button,
mhm.
and it stays on until I turn it off. I was too tired. I just hit first track because I like to listen to the album with the intro and then it floats in, and I immediately slumped. I wake up, it's still playing, and I'm like, and then people think I'm like, oh, he's trying to run up his Pac scrabbles. Oh, he's not a real fan. Bro, I have two Pac albums on vinyl. I can
Yeah.
like recite like 20 songs bar for bar from Pac.
Bro,
What do you
literally,
mean?
yes.
My
No,
What
no,
do
goodness.
you
SK, bro,
mean?
SK, bro. Fun fact, bro. The first ever song I learned word for word was "Brenda's Got a Baby." Really weird song to learn
Very
word for word, but
really
still.
weird song, but there you
Yeah.
go. Like you
No,
could
and then
Yeah.
look, you
like
see, like behind me, I got my Tupac poster. Like that's always been with me for as long as I. Yes,
right
I
there,
know. That's
right
a
there.
beautiful poster. My dad has that poster.
Yeah, I have like
Yeah.
I purchased two physicals. Like I think, like bro, I could give you like I could write a dissertation about Tupac. You out here calling me a fake fan. It
Yeah.
hurts because I wish it was not Pac. I wish it was any
Yeah.
other artist.
Yeah.
Because Pac is my favorite artist. That is my favorite album of all time, and I can't even talk
Yeah,
about it
he's
in
top
peace,
10
bro.
rappers for me. He's
I
top
can't
10
even
rappers
talk
for me.
about that shit in peace anymore. It's just like,
Yeah.
oh, intro, ha, Scrabble, ha, prod, ha. I'm like,
Nah,
It's just
this is
it's
like
also
when
just
Sean
bro,
C.
come on.
This is like when Sean C. pretended to know the Matt Vilney samples, bro. Like,
oh, bro. No, it's whack that people keep the joke going like,
I
bro,
mean,
like
it's
this was
funny.
years
It's
ago.
funny, but it's like, bro, can I just talk about this album I like? It's like my
Yeah.
favorite thing of all time. Just let me
Yeah.
do it, bro, please.
And low key, bro, like SK, bro, like the robot tweets too, bro. Like we're gonna need you to
It's
the
part.
formula needs to
Okay,
change. The formula
nah,
needs to
it's
change.
fire. It's fire.
honestly,
I support the
honestly,
robot tweets, bro.
when I got my topics back, I was very insufferable, dude. I cannot even lie. But
Yeah,
that's because I had a year of catching up to do because I didn't have that shit for a year.
yeah. I
So I,
remember. I
I, I
remember.
very much understand how my tweets, like my
Yeah.
robot tweets, can be very annoying and
That's
totally
why
valid.
That's why I need
I'm just like,
Nujabes burner back, bro. But you had to tweet the
it got
spaces, like
sauced, bro, and
yes, because you
I
tweeted the
can't.
spaces,
Yeah, I
like
know.
you
I can't
stupid.
even make other. I can't make any other accounts without them getting
Damn.
suspended immediately.
Damn, bro,
So
that
I'm
sucks.
pissed.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like I need like a SK private so I don't have to look at the robot. Like literally one day I remember you tweeted, "Man, Igor is one of the most creative albums
Oh
ever."
yeah, yeah.
Like 100,000 likes, like
Do
nothing.
you
It
know
was
how that
like, bro,
happened?
like
Do you know how
really?
that happened?
How?
I was with my friends. We were like playing 2K or whatever, and I haven't tweeted in like 12 hours. And I'm like, all right, boys, give me an album I robot tweet about. And then someone said Igor. I'm like, bet. Igor is one of the most creative albums of all time. Tweet.
And then just
And
took off. I'm like,
and that
bro,
was
really?
because
I
like
Like,
support it. I support it.
the thing is like that first week, bro, when I got topics back and all my shit was getting like 20, 30,000 likes and I was gaining hella followers, I was stuck at 21,000 for like almost a year. And then within
yeah,
that first month, I jumped from, or first 2 months, I went from 20 to 42. So I'm just like,
yeah.
let me just like, catch up a little bit, bro. I know it's annoying. Trust me, I know it's
And then
annoying, but
yeah, and then now you're the biggest because with the
I,
Kendrick thing. Are you the
That
biggest?
was insane.
There's no way.
um,
Is Shrek knows rap bigger than you? That's the
Shrek,
only
I
person I
mean,
could think.
Shrek's at like 250, but I just passed like
What?
WoW
I
and debating hip hop like yesterday, so.
Since when? That
wow.
man has had 250. I did not know that.
Yeah,
I
he
thought he was
didn't
Yeah,
sound
maybe in
like
the
that.
Shrek
hundreds.
is a goat, bro.
Shrek
Shout
Shrek
out
is a cool
Shrek
guy. I like Shrek. Overhated.
That's
Overhated
But
fair.
as
yeah,
heck,
like
bro.
I just I don't know, bro. I have no idea how my account got
Yeah.
I
like
just
to
realized
there.
we didn't even mention at the beginning of the video the SK Kendrick quote. I think everyone
No, we
knows,
did.
but
Oh,
like,
I did. I mentioned
did
Yeah,
it.
we?
man.
I said the dude who brought Kendrick Lamar out of retirement.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not enough context, but like if you don't know, Kendrick Lamar quote retweeted an SK tweet during the Super Bowl
With
saying
the
Kendrick
date.
Lamar is officially retired. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
with the date to when his album is gonna drop and
Yeah,
the
it's
name too. It
crazy.
was the name.
Yeah.
So that's fucking insane.
That's
I
Absolutely
don't
just
get.
wild.
like I can't even imagine if that happened to
I
me.
couldn't.
Like
I
I
couldn't
would
wrap
like,
my rap.
dude.
Yeah, I couldn't
Yeah.
wrap my head
Like
around
I know it's just
why.
Twitter,
Yeah,
but like that's
Dude,
gotta feel
bro,
nice.
yeah.
Like
I can't like talk about Kendrick without being called, like without dick riding jokes. It's insane. Like I honestly, dude, I'm not even gonna lie. I don't tweet about Kendrick as much as so many accounts on that app do. It's insane.
No,
Like
you really don't. You
yeah,
really don't.
yeah.
obviously during the album, I was tweeting about Kendrick. Obviously leading up to
Yeah.
the album, I tweet about Kendrick. But it's not like I obsessively tweet about it. It's like, yeah, I'm like,
You
bro,
tweet more
Yeah,
about
you don't. You
basketball than you
don't.
do. You tweet more about
Yeah,
basketball.
low-key.
But on
Like
drop night, you were getting clowned because you were like this album of the year, and there were still 4 tracks left. Like you could have not physically heard like 4 tracks, and people were clowning you so hard. That was lame. Like I don't care, bro.
bro,
Like if it's love, if you're loving
bro,
it that
okay,
much, like
bro,
honestly, listen,
He
listen.
tweeted.
If
He
I
quoted your tweet to drop the album. Like
exactly,
like,
why
how are you
wouldn't I
not
like be
excited? How? Why
like
can you not be
Yeah.
also
excited?
with that tweet I did with 4 tracks left? I'm like, I'm sorry if I love this album enough to the point where it's already like an album of the year contender to me.
Yeah.
Me saying that, the last 4 tracks are not going to change that. I'm
If
sorry.
you're
If it's
like if
already
you're like
like that,
50
nothing is
minutes into
changing
the
that.
album,
Like,
bro.
And the
like,
last 4 tracks are insane, anyways. Auntie Diaries
yeah,
to Mirrors, like fucking.
yeah, and it would have made it better. It would have
Yeah.
made it better.
Yeah.
Like, bro, I said that before I heard Mother I Sober.
Yeah.
I was
There you
like
go.
just starting Mother I Sober as I tweeted
Yeah.
that, and
I
then
don't even
look,
know.
like,
I don't even know if you said it, but is this album of the year for you?
yeah,
Okay.
This is
yeah.
also for me.
Yeah, yeah.
Aethiops is really close. I'm gonna need to re-listen after this, but like this is probably
It's my second favorite. It's my
Yeah.
second favorite. for
My
sure.
top
What's
three,
your
my
favorite
top
again?
three, no
Vices.
order right now.
Oh right.
Vices?
Yeah.
Interesting. I
I
actually really
forgot,
like
SK.
that.
You listened to it. You.
I
fucked
really
with
liked
right?
it. I really liked
Yeah.
it.
That's so fire, bro.
Yeah. My
But
top
yeah.
3 is probably Melt My Eyes, See Your Future, Learn to Swim, and then
Great
Mr.
project.
Morale
Oh
and
my
the Big
God.
Steppers.
Yeah.
What was the second one?
Learn to Swim by Revville.
Oh right. I got
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
I gotta check that out too. Look.
Bro,
Yeah,
you're gonna love PG Baby. Just
Okay.
just listen to PG Baby. That
Yeah.
Okay.
But those are my top 3 in no order. I don't really have a definitive order yet. It's
That's
just
fair.
I'm just trying to consume. But if
Yeah.
yeah, I can definitely see Mr. Morale being my album of the year. If I said it now, I wouldn't like debate it. Like if I said that now, it has truth. Like
The only one who's giving him a
yeah.
run for his money is Travis LaFlame. Come on now.
yeah. I hope
I'm
so,
sorry.
bro.
I genuinely
hope
like
so.
Travis more than Kendrick.
Tony,
I'm gonna be
okay.
real.
Tony, I love how you're a Travis stan. I just love that about you.
I
bro.
just,
Yeah.
I'm just,
Thank you, because I don't think, okay, because obviously there's like that stan account like LaFlame or whatever who just bot tweets like
yeah.
crazy, has gotten like
Yeah.
15,000 followers, but like you were the only person I've had like been able to talk to Travis about who shares the same level of like appreciation for his music
Yeah,
as I do.
and Travis isn't free of sin for me. There's some projects that I don't think are like
Dude,
are good at all. But, like
Days Before Rodeo is not that good as a whole.
No,
project.
it really
I'm
isn't.
sorry,
But,
it's
like,
not
the
that
thing
good.
is-
Owl's Pharaoh is not that good either.
Yeah.
Al Pharaoh,
Like, I will
honestly, is
call
kinda
him
ass.
for it.
Like, I'm
You
not
see,
gonna
I'll
lie.
steer the ship away from those things, and I'll bring love to like Jack Boys, and now people
Jack
like
Boys-
fucking love Jack Boys.
Jack
like,
Boys is great.
Anthony, you put me on a Jack because like I
Jack
liked
Boys is
it
great.
before, but like
yes,
you
Jack
put
Boys
me
is
on.
great.
It's amazing.
yes, no, but
You're
like
the only one who actually like loves Astro Road as much as I do, and it's insane.
I
I've
do.
never met
It's-
someone else.
It's. I remember where I was. I was listening to it in the dark when it dropped. Like I was like, oh my god.
I remember where I
Carousel.
was. I
Yeah.
was right there
That's so fire.
back in 2018.
It's fire.
Yeah, no, I was going insane when the album dropped. And then like
Yeah.
the next day I had to go
Oh,
get my
shit.
suit fitted for like my mom's wedding. But all right, ladies and gentlemen, we are getting way off track. We need to
Yeah.
wrap up.
Yeah, we need
we
to
wanna give-
wrap it up.
I was just about to say,
We-
but it's like 6
yeah.
o'clock. I totally
It's
lost
okay.
track of
Yeah,
time.
I know you got to go. I'm so sorry,
Yeah.
bro.
No,
Hey,
it's
we want to
alright,
give we want to give a big shout out to Todd Edwards. Big shout out to Todd
As
Edwards.
always.
As always, Howard. He's
Yeah.
our goat. Me and Vaughn's goat. We want to give a big shout out to Ars Vaughn, bro. Hope you've been doing well.
Thank you, bro. Shout out
And then
to
of course, yes, bro. Big shouts out to raptalkSK, bro.
SK, bro.
Hey, we
you.
thank you so much for coming on. Is there anything you want to plug? Obviously, I mean, other than
Your
Um,
Twitter will be on screen.
of course, your Twitter will be on screen.
Yeah.
Anything you want to plug at all?
I don't got anything to plug, but I'm just excited for this episode to drop. I'm gonna post a clip about it or something because I had so much fun.
Hey,
This did not feel like 2 hours, and I really appreciate you guys reaching out to get me on here because
Of course.
wow, like it was
Nah,
really
no-
we appreciate
yeah,
you coming
no
out because
problem,
like
No,
you're
we
like our
appreciate you
biggest
coming out.
guest.
yeah,
pretty much.
bro, SK, bro. I've always been in your corner, bro. I love you, bro. I love
you
you.
too, bro. I appreciate
I'm
it.
a support. We haven't really talked like that, but like,
Yeah.
I'm an SK supporter, bro. I'm an SK
Hey,
fan,
I
bro.
appreciate that, man.
Yeah.
I really appreciate you guys getting me on this. Like, I thought like an hour was gonna be a long time. It's been 2, and it's felt like 10 minutes. So
Yeah. No,
very
exactly.
good discussions were had.
Very good.
Exactly.
I had a
Music
great
discussion.
time. Thank you guys for getting me on. And in
Yeah.
the future, if you ever want, let me know, and I'm always down.
Hey, bro. If that Travis
I
episode's free
think
for
that's
Utopia,
gotta happen. That's gotta
we're
happen.
gonna get
sure.
you on. We're gonna get you on.
All right.
Yeah.
But all right, ladies and gentlemen, we thank you so much for coming out. We hope you enjoyed the episode, and we'll see you next time. Bye.